Good evening and welcome to our brand new live play stream of Fallen Kingdom Traitor's Fate. Fallen Kingdom is our upcoming system-agnostic dark fantasy setting in which for almost a year now the once prosperous kingdom of Eilidon has languished under the boot of the usurper, the Witch King Modraine. Once a member of the King's Council and trusted advisor to the former king, Modraine manoeuvred his pieces well before he struck. Striking bargains with witches and demons, the usurper installed those who had secret loyalties to him in half of the noble houses of the kingdom. And when the time came, those who did not bow to him vanished or were slain. Treachery and power plays Treachery and power plays are commonplace in the Fallen Kingdom, and several factions have risen against the usurper, from the Kingsworn to the Ravens. But can they put aside their own differences to unite against the usurper Modraine? Fallen Kingdom is a campaign setting for role-playing games with a dark yet heroic bent. The heroes seek not only to survive in the Fallen Kingdom under the oppressive rulership of the usurper, but to restore the kingdom to its lost glory. For our campaign in the Fallen Kingdom, we've chosen to use a Fantasy Age role-playing game system by our friends over at Green Ronin Games. Check them out at greenronin.com. I'll be your games master for tonight. My name's Bryan F. Irving, and I'm from both Gethsemane Games and DH9 Radio. Your cast of players, and they will introduce their characters as I read out their names, are Jenni Saveall.
Hi, I play Sister Celeste, Sword Mage, and member of the Faithful.
Marc Saveall.
Hi, I'm Marc. I'm playing Sandreena, Warrior of the Faithful.
Lars Hagman.
Hi, I'm Lars. I'm playing the character Balore, who is a member of the Guardians of Arcane Law.
Marie McGowan-Irving.
Hello, I'm playing Rowena, Shadowend, a mage and a member of the People's Freedom Volunteers.
And Ben Watson.
I am playing Edweird, an elven assassin, part of the People Freedom Volunteers also.
The music that you'll be hearing today is by DH9 Radio's production unit, Kevin McLeod at Incompetech.com, and Tabletop Audio. Maps are by myself using Campaign Cartographer 3 by Pro Fantasy Software. Some of the character art that we'll be using is by Jenni Saveall using Fantasy Character Maker by Deer in Spotlights, and many of the tokens are custom made by Hero Forge. So, thank you for joining us today. Where we left the party last, they had just managed to convince the Starsreach Academy, the academy where the nation's mages are trained, to abandon 200 or more years of neutrality and to join the uprising, the battle against Modraine. Unfortunately, things didn't go entirely without a hitch, as Modraine's forces, those loyal to him within the academy, struck at once, and now there is a pitched battle raging across the university itself, high in the Starsreach Mountains. Also, the party descended on the Griffin Eyrie, expecting the fleeing Bursa and one of the other masters who were leaders of the Modrainist faction to try and escape that way. What they found instead was Modraine's envoy Amblev and her forces attempting to escape. After a quick and savage battle, the party were able to overcome most of Amblev's escort, but she and her main bodyguard escaped on Griffinback out into the clouds. Some of the party have decided to pursue on Griffinback themselves, whereas the others, well, I don't know what the others are going to do. Let's find out. So, first of all, who's going to try and go after them on the Griffins?
Yes.
Me and Edweird, Celeste and Edweird have already taken off, so...
Yep.
Nah, I'm just nicking the Griffin and going back to the Elven Kingdoms.
That's all I'm here for, just the hot Griffin action. Right, okay.
Back to now.
Okay, so what about the rest of you? What are you all up to?
I'm going to be wandering around the keep, looking for any injuries, injured wizards, so I can help heal them.
Okay, well, the battle's still raging at the moment. It's broken out across multiple parts of the academy. You have some injured here, I think, have you? Or no, it looks very much like the injured are all either the captives or they're the ones that have taken off after
Yeah.
Good thinking, guys. Send the wounded.
Yeah. Followers and healers in the way.
Yes.
And still, I'm still stuck here. There's quite a number of these escort groups still there. So I'm going to head over to this griffin here. I'm going to leave Toadie in the water trough.
Ah, good idea.
Right, yep.
Toadie doesn't need to see all this.
Right.
And then I'm going to attempt to get on the fucking griffin.
Okay, interesting. Right. Okay, give me a give me a dexterity riding check to see how the griffin takes to you.
Nice
Hey, Bryan.
griffin. Nice griffin. I won't hurt you. We're just going for a nice little fly. Yes, a nice little fly.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I said I was putting Toadie in the water trough. I am not leaving him in the fountain near all those bad guys.
Ah, right, I see what you mean. Right.
Big frog.
I
Yes.
thought you meant in there as well.
Aye.
No, there's a water trough in behind the griffin. That's where I'm leaving Toadie. Because if somebody finds him in the fountain, they might squish him, but they won't look in the water troughs.
Okay, so Toadie's
Griffin
going
might
over.
eat him though.
Well, she's taking the
true.
griffin. Trying to, at
If the
least.
Griffin goes with it.
That is a fucking big frog, isn't it? That's
It's
like
like half the size of
it's
a griffin.
coming at 3 squares per side. Okay, you're going to try and take the griffin. Let's have a look at the dice roll you give me. 12. Yeah, that's okay. You've managed to mount the griffin. That's not a problem.
And I'm not backwards or anything.
No, you're not. You're not on it the wrong way around. It's odd. It's very different to a horse because it's sucking great wings in the way. So you've kind of got to sit very differently on the back of the thing. There is, fortunately for you, there is like griffin tack hanging on the wall. So you've managed to fit that. The griffin's quite used to this sort of behaviour, so it just lets you put a saddle and the bridle on it, and then clamber onto it. But you're more in a sort of kneeling position than you would be riding a horse. And I was going to grab something and I forgot what it was. Yes, I know, sorry. Yeah. So
Hey, Bryan, what's that at the top left of the map?
that is the combat round tracker, which is, I don't think we actually used it in the end. So I'm just looking for carry tokens. There we go. Carry below. Okay, Marie, would you just like to move your character now and see if the griffin moves with it? It should do. There you go. Brilliant. Perfect. Okay, so you're currently mounted on the griffin. Mark, what's your character doing?
I think I will also be getting on a griffin to go after the others because, being of the faithful, I'll be looking to protect Celeste.
Wasn't Sandreena elsewhere?
Oh shit! Yes,
No, what's up?
Sandreena. Yeah, Sandreena wasn't here for this bit. She's gone to get
I mean,
thingy.
by now, I guess.
Cheese sandwich.
Ken.
Lanken. She'd gone down to the stables to get Lanken. I'd completely forgotten about that. Thank you very much for
Die
reminding
now,
us.
wouldn't they?
They'll be heading this way, but bear in mind, as I keep telling you, there's a battle across the entire campus. So you're dodging. The minute you step outside of any one part of it, you're probably dodging like what's going on around. So,
Sandreena and Lanken are going to have to fight the way here.
pretty much yes.
Okay.
So I'm just going to copy this. What do you? So Lars, it looks very much like everybody else is just leaving Balore and going after these two. You're kind of left here with all these prisoners. What are you going to do about
Are the
Execute them.
prisoners suitably tied up?
Yes, they can be quickly restrained. That shouldn't be a problem.
Right, okay. Restrain them. Check them for injuries, and because I'll like be completely neutral about it. All and like try and heal all that I can see.
Okay. Yeah, give me a heal roll. Intelligence healing.
Right. Intelligence. I've got like healing touch. I've got 13 points left, so.
Oh, I wouldn't spend it on the enemies personally.
All right, okay. Then I'll just like bandage them up.
Okay, yeah, just give me a standard healing roll. 15, that's fine. You've got surgery, haven't you? Or Kurgery, rather. Do you have it as a expert or as a novice? Just can't quite remember.
Wait a minute. What am I looking for?
Your Kurgery, which is in your powers section.
Powers. Let's see. Oh, Cherokee.
Yeah.
I'm a novice.
You're a novice, right? Okay. So you heal your intelligence plus the result of the stunt dice. So that's 9 points of damage you've given back to one of the injured prisoners. So you've managed to keep the prisoners sort of under control as the rest of them are starting to fly off. Presumably you just shove them in one of the empty Griffin cages and then close the cage. Meanwhile, you're starting to wonder how to get to other people who might need help, as you've now been left alone, as this lot have all tipped off after the escape and Amblev. So, those of you who have launched, so let's just see you're on rounds. She's on round 2, so that is Rowena. And as I recall, the enemy got away a good bit before you. They got away a couple of rounds. So you guys have launched off into the sky. I'm just going to drag you all back over. Excuse me, onto the world map for the time being. Excuse me.
I think they were about a round ahead of me and Edward, and the rest it would be longer than that.
Okay, so.
Oh, show.
Okay, so let's have a look and see. What's going to happen is we're going to need some chase tests for you and them. The way you're going to do this, because you're flying griffins, you're going to need dexterity riding skills rather than the running skill you would use if you were on the ground. But first things first, I need to bring the enemy up and because they get a full round's head start on you. So you're flying. It isn't actually particularly difficult ground you're covering, so anything over a 9 is going to be a pass. So let's start with Duval.
I know Jenni had she used her stun points to get something.
Yeah, I've got a +1 bonus on the next trace test. So.
That's right, you have, yeah, okay. So Duval's doing quite a good job. The thing is, Duval will not actually get ahead of Amblev at any point. So if his test results suggest he has, he will slow down so that he doesn't. Okay, let me just take...
What a gentleman.
Well, he is a bodyguard. It would be a bit unseemly to just fuck off ahead. You hold them off. Wait, aren't you the bodyguard here?
Can't hear you, too far ahead.
Okay, so she's got some stunt points there, so that puts her on 6. Okay, so you launch out into the air. Now, the enemy got away a round before you did, so the first thing I'm going to need is a perception seeing test from each of you, please, to see if you can spot where the enemy is.
Does that include me?
Yeah, all of you can make one.
Oh, that is not my character.
Well, actually, Marie, you're a round behind, so you don't really need to make one at this
Only rolled 10 anyway,
point.
so
Yeah, okay.
Can I use perception searching?
Well, you're not there, so...
Yeah, I know, but I want to use it anyway.
Yeah, go ahead, why not?
Ruining my fun. I'm not playing anymore.
Okay, so...
Don't worry, you'll get a murder thing shortly, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, that, aye, very much so. Okay, so I've just forgotten what I'm fucking doing here. What am I doing?
Perception scene to find the.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Find
not
the
what I
runners.
was doing. I'm looking for somebody, but I can't remember who. Oh, yes, the, oh, what's her fucking name? Captain Agnes, there we go. Because she's taken to the air with you, remember? When the first one went out, she went out to act as your bodyguards, essentially. So,
What a
by
useful lady.
by the way, there is a crashing risk in this chase. You'll be fucking thrilled to hear. Sorry, that should have been a perception. Which
I
means
immediately ram the nearest person.
no crashing risk. Just means if you shut up. If you fail, let me finish my fucking sentence. If you fail, then something bad happens. You like this sort of shit, Ben. This is why you keep telling me when people have got points to add to the complications pool. So in this instance, a crashing risk might be you falling off your griffin, for example.
How,
To your
how
death.
how far in the air are we?
Well, you've just launched from one of the highest towers on a university that's built on top of a mountain, so quite a way.
About 10 feet then.
Really fucking fine.
High enough that if you do fall off, by the time you've hit the ground, other people will have finished a fairly lengthy conversation about just how nasty
than
it's
10
going to
feet, then.
be for you when you do hit the ground. Okay, did anybody beat a 12 on their perception?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay. You've spotted where the enemy are, so you point it out to the others. You're trying to bellow over the wind as your griffins take to the air, the massive wings beating the air, making this thunderous noise. And as more people join the air squadron, the noise is getting louder and louder, and the rushing of the air past you as you hone in on your quarry. You realise it's going to be very difficult to communicate with one another because you're having to shout over all the wind and the noise of the griffins cawing and the wing beats as well. However, do go ahead and make your tests for...
While we're riding, is it possible to reload a bow? And, when we get close enough, shoot people?
Would have been better if you were the passenger, I suppose. But yes, you can. It's just it will give you a penalty on your riding.
I've
Okay.
got a +1, so I've got 15 now.
You've got 15, and what did you get on your stunt dice?
5.
5, so that's a pass with 5 points on the stunt dice. Edward,
You've
what
got
do
a
you
3
get?
on your stump
Oh,
ice.
sorry, it was a 3.
I got
I was
5.
looking at
Cheat.
Edward's by
Well, you still get
accident.
the +1 on that you got for
Yeah,
your
so
things.
it's
So that's 4.
It's 'cause
Edward.
he rolled
Feeling
the
mad
same.
on the stunt dice.
Yeah.
I got 5 on the stunt dice.
Yeah, but what did you get on the 14?
14.
Okay. So
Yeah.
even though you're trying to knock a bow whilst flying, which really makes this a lot more difficult, you've just barely managed to not fall off.
Barely.
Yeah.
Such a show off.
So you're on 5. Rowena's on 0 for this one. Agnes is on 4. Let's have a look. So you come screeching out of the eyrie, immediately spot where they've gone, banking round to the left and are climbing, trying to get out of your easy line of sight, but you spotted them nonetheless. So let's see what they do as a consequence. So let's start with Amblev, and she's passed with 3 points on her. She's on 9. Duval. And he's passed with 5 on his, so he'll be restrained to 9. So essentially they're sort of side by side but a good distance away, climbing to try and get away from you. You all bank up towards them. You are currently quite a distance behind them, though. So at the moment, they're out of bowshot. They're too far away. You've got a fear that they might make it into some high clouds before you can get there. There are actually clouds beneath you as well, but the ones they're aiming for seem to be the big, thick, bushy ones above you, which will provide much more cover. Excuse me. So,
How many yards? Because my spell is in terms of 30 yards.
Yes, but the way chasers work, ranged attacks, whether it's magic or missiles, you've got to be within 2 chase points of one another. Five chase. It's 5 chase points, isn't it? That's a very good point.
I think it is.
So,
I'm forgetting about that.
Edward. Yeah, you are. You're just within range. You're just within range.
Is.
No, you are as well. So I'll start with Edward because you're at the top.
Hey.
So what do you want to do?
Can I make a stun attack?
Depends what you're trying to do.
Knock prone?
You can attempt to knock prone, yes.
I'll attempt to knock a griffin prone.
Oh, okay, go for it. Make an attack.
The one with the bodyguard on.
With the
Take him out
bodyguard.
the action.
Right, you are.
Is it possible to aim?
No, because you're reloading this round.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Only a 12.
12, I very much doubt that that's a hit, but let us have a look. You were aiming at the griffin rather than a rider.
I was aiming at the actual griffin, yeah.
Yeah, not a problem. So let me just find the griffin. So as you bank round from the tower's launch point, you lock onto the target, knock a ball without managing to slide off the griffin somehow, God alone knows how, and snap off a shot. Twang! It goes hurtling towards the griffin, which must have heard it coming because it banks suddenly sharply to the right and the arrow goes straight past. Jenni, what's Celeste doing?
Okay. I'm going to try casting Jolt at Ambler.
Oh shit, right, okay, go ahead.
Help if I was on the right thing. Right. Oh yeah, that's a pass.
That's a pass, so now I need to open yet another character sheet. Now I need to open Amblev's as well. Apparently that's what we do here now. Amblev is over here. Oh, she was already open, look at that. Right, okay, so what's the saving throw? Is it Constitution, Stamina, or is it Willpower?
It's Willpower, and she needs to get 14 or higher.
Right, you know, just plus
You could
1 on
increase
what I've
it.
just rolled there.
You've got 2 stun points, you could increase it.
Oh, yes. That is very
okay,
true.
so what were you able to increase it by?
Let's see. Let me just check in case I only
Yeah,
want to
no
use
problem.
one. I'll have to use 2.
Mhm.
I'll increase it by 2. So she hasn't.
So you
passed.
increase the... Right, okay. Okay, well, that's bad news for Amblev. So first of all, she takes another 2 points of damage, and secondly, she will automatically fail the chase test this round. So that's not good. She yelps as you zap her in the back. The griffin kind of turns around and caws because it's not quite sure what the fuck is going on. She is now her and the griffin are now kind of staggering through the air, almost limping would be the naval term for it, trying to get into the clouds when suddenly Duval turns round and heads straight towards you.
Oh.
So let me just see how good a job he does of this. I just need a writing test coming in.
I was kind of hoping Edward was distracting him, but never mind.
Nope. Well, he's coming in towards the party, so we're going to have to go over to a combat scene. So, I wasn't expecting this to happen just now, if I'm entirely honest.
Straight away.
I was expecting them to get a
that's
bit
cool.
further before this
Fancy
happened.
clouds.
Yeah, but it's us.
Yeah.
Well, quite, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to open the turn order. And we are going to go over to a combat scene. Why is that not opening? There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shit. Could everybody make their initiative rolls, please? And do remember to be clicked on your token when you do it. Just give me a second to make sure I've dragged you over to the right map. I have, yes, go ahead.
Okie dokie, mate.
And then Rowena should catch us up in.
Yes, Rowena will be in this action. She'll just be trailing behind a little bit. So I will swap places with Edward and... Oh, look, Ed's fallen off there. So that would that would suggest that the carry token didn't carry over when you guys were moved on to this level. Fuck's sake. Carry token. Carry below. There we go. Just move Edward. There we go. Brillo pads. Okay, so has everybody rolled their initiative?
Yes.
Marie, have you rolled yours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So I can just click this, go into descending order. I see that Rowena's shown us the wrong number again. Hold on. I'll just start taking people off as they come up. Okay, so Celeste, you to go first. What are you doing?
Is it? I thought it was Edward to go first.
That's Edward, man.
Yeah. He
not a-
got 16, I got 13.
Right, okay, because it's saying 18 on this character sheet. Did you not have your...
No, I did. It's got Celeste 13 in the turn order.
Yeah, but you needed to be clicked on your token, and
Yeah,
that should
I
have
was.
sent it straight over to there, but it doesn't seem to have done.
It's still
It has on our
highlighted.
screen. It has on our screen.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It literally hasn't on mine. I've just typed it in. Oh, no, it's put you in separately. It's put you in a second time. Okay, guys, we're going to have to do this again because it's just put everybody in a second time. So sorry about that. Just re-roll your initiative.
Oh, if I get worse, I'm not going to be happy.
Tough shit. Life's hard. Get a helmet.
Oh, shit. I got worse. I'm not happy.
Did you?
I got
Oh.
worse. Still got more than me.
I did 1 point worse. Oh no, I think I got the same.
No, you got the same, yeah.
Okay, did everybody go in as according to plan this time, yeah?
Yeah,
Excellent.
we're in the same
Yes.
order.
You're in the same order. Right. No, you're not. Edward, you to go first.
Right, I don't know how this... Can I make another stunt attack?
Actually, it would be Duval's go first, wouldn't it? Because it's his surprise action, because he suddenly sort of banked round to attack you. So no, it's Duval
I was
to go first.
actually expecting the unexpected, so it doesn't surprise me.
No, you won't. Not unless you had a special ability or a stunt that would allow that. So you were chasing them, he suddenly banks round to come screeching in straight for you. And he's apparently
He
just
seemed to have
vaulted
fallen.
off his...
Come here!
and he's going to attack... well, the first person he would hit would... Well, do you guys want to position yourselves? That's the area you're going to be in, but you can move yourselves around there a little bit.
Let's see.
So I can see who's the...
Ambler. So I'd have been. Oh shit. Like.
No,
It would make
don't
sense.
move yourself any further forward.
Okay.
You were the... Well, Edward has slightly, so no further forward than Edward. But you can be in that quarter of the map.
Okay.
I'm sort of positioning myself so that all three appear to be covering me because I'm no good in a fucking fight, but that's not the point of me following them.
Right, yes, that's fine. Yeah.
If he hits me specifically with a griffin, I could be dead.
Okay, well, look, you put yourself forward. What do you not
likewise.
move yourself back for instead, you clown? Never mind. He comes screeching in. He's going to have a crack at knocking you off your griffin. So let's have a look at this. Attack mace. And 16 to hit. Is that a hit?
It is a hit.
Right, you are. So he screeches in and smacks you with the mace on the way past. 7 points of damage. And then he's right in the midst of everybody. The Griffin's claws are out, ready for it to attack when he gets his next go. Now we're on the turn order. Edward, you to go.
Alright, can I make a stun attack against them?
Yes, what would you like to try and do?
Skirmish them.
Right. Bear in mind that the everybody's... Well, not everybody. But no, go ahead. Yeah, go on.
Right, so the minor would be reloading the bow, and then the major would be firing it.
Right, yes, okay.
So I don't get to aim.
No, you don't. So you're going to have to hit...
I'll hit him.
Well, you're aiming at him and he's flying at the moment, so it'll be the Griffin's defense that you've got to beat. So that's a hit. You've got...
6 points.
Yes, and the 2 you would have gotten anyway, so that's 8. So you've attempted
Fucking
to
hell.
skirmish him. Let me see if he manages to stay on the back of the...
If I added more points to skirmish, would that go up further? Fucking hell.
No, that's it. He has to beat your roll in order to not get knocked off his mount. And he's managed to not get knocked off his mount.
Then I'll just do a shit ton of damage.
So 2 points had to be used on that.
I've got 6 left.
Your other additional points spent on skirmish wouldn't have been worth doing because you either skirmished him or you didn't. If you skirmished him, he'd be off his mount. So just go ahead and use them for whatever you want to use them.
I'll use... Is someone trying to speak?
Yeah, I was just saying, did you mean to use the Griffin's dexterity and not his?
Did I do? Yes.
Right, just check.
Actually, no, I didn't. Not for that. No, I meant to make his riding roll.
Well, what's his dexterity? Because he can just subtract it. Because he got a pretty good roll.
He did, and his dexterity is 4. I think the Griffin's is 6. So
No, the
it would
Griffins is
actually
also 4,
just
apparently.
be... Yeah, it'd be the same.
Yeah, so it would have been
Yeah, well spotted though, Jenny. Okay, so what are you using those extra 6 stunt points for?
Okay, because now I've just remembered that I can do a fast attack for 2 points instead of 3 because of the bow.
Yep.
I'll do that, but I'll also do a rapid reload, which
You'll
will
have
be
to, yeah.
which will be 4. And
Whoa. Rapid reload would be 4.
Oh no, wrong. Sorry, it would be 3, right? 3 total.
Try saying all that again in a less confusing manner.
Okay, so I can do a lightning attack for. It's 2, isn't it? I can do it for 2
I don't know
instead
what's
of.
on your character sheet.
I'm trying to find it and I can't find it. That's why I'm confused. Doesn't fucking say. Where did I write it?
It'll be under your powers. Be on your powers.
Yeah, I can do it for 2 instead of 3. So I'll do a lightning attack for 2. Obviously, to do that, I need to do a rapid reload.
You do.
So I'll do that for 1. So that means I've got 3 points left.
Right. Okay. We're getting there.
Can you technically do 2 lightning attacks? Because I can afford to do another one.
No, you can't.
Okay, then I'll do
not Hawk
an
the
extra
Slayer.
d6 worth of damage, and then I'll do another rapid reload so I can aim on the next turn.
Yes, you could do that.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
And you've missed
fuck
after all
you.
that. So your second shot snaps off. Again, the Griffin sort of banks, and the arrow goes straight past. It is Duval's turn. He's going to bank round and try to come after. Actually, he's going to bank round over here so that he tries to get between Celeste and Edward so that you can't hit him without hitting Celeste. But as he does, he's going to kind of sweep past and have his Griffin, or he's going to try and make his Griffin attack Celeste. So Duval needs a riding roll, otherwise it won't. 13 or better. Oh yes, it will.
Oh fuck! 666.
666, yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I didn't have any fate points left, did I, Brian?
You didn't. This is a new action, a new encounter anyway, so it wouldn't help.
Thought so, yeah.
Okay, so he's going to use some of those points to keep all eyes on him. So he's going to use a threaten. Oh, wait a minute. That's not his, well, yes, yeah, he's going to use a threaten so that he'll use that on Celeste and Edward so that you have to attack him next round.
Right. Nice.
He will also now attack with the claws of the griffin. So that's 18. Is that a hit?
Yes, it certainly is.
And because griffins get to attack with 2, he's hit you
Fucking
twice.
hell.
Yep.
The griffin's going to use an intimidate on you as well. So unless you pass a... actually, it doesn't need to, does it? Okay, so it will bank instead. It's going to do the first attack, did 10 points of damage to you.
I am so dead.
And the second attack did 8 points of damage to you.
Okay, that puts me at -1.
Okay, so just 0. You don't worry about minuses here. But as the griffin banks past, you see, sort of he banks round and straight through Celeste. The griffin's claws just rend her apart, like her shoulders, just gash open her shoulders. She slumps forward on the griffin's seat. It's only the fact that she's got her foot in the stirrups that has stopped her just falling to her death. But judging by the amount of blood she's losing, doesn't look good. He then drops in behind her griffin to use it as cover.
Yeah, I told you I'd probably die.
I was surprised when all the wounded guys decided to go after.
Yeah, so was I.
Well, it was because, you know.
So Celeste, you're busy bleeding. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, because I'm bleeding and unconscious, I guess.
That seems to be a good point, doesn't it? So Amblev to go, and she's going to get the flock out of here. So I will just move these guys onto the Games Master's lair, but I will also give her a piloting test. And she gets to add 5, and she's stunted. So, Amblev...
I mean, to be fair, even if I had full health, that would have been a lot of damage.
That was quite a lot of damage. These griffins are fucking nasty. Okay, so Amblev's escaped off into the clouds whilst you're all trying not to get killed by her bodyguard. Marie, it's Rowena's turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to try to cast Puppets of Fate.
Go for it. Make a roll for that. Also, I should have pointed out that each round you have to move your griffins because they can't hover.
Right.
You have to move them, but you only have to move them a quarter of their speed because they don't have to be going at full speed. You can move anything from a quarter of their movement up.
What is their movement?
Oh, you don't know that, do you? Griffin's movement is 14. So they have to move a minimum of 3 to not fall out the sky, or a maximum of 14. Rowena, you attempt to summon the fates to your aid. Unfortunately, they don't seem interested in helping.
I passed. I don't know.
No. Target numbers... Oh, I'm looking one line down. I was looking at your spell power. No, you passed. So, yes, they do decide to help. You get 2 points in your Puppets of Fate. Also, that gives you 2 stunt points.
2 stunt points. I'm going to increase the spell power by 2 points.
Ah, good one. Puppets of Fate, 2 points. And the spell power would normally be 15, so 17.
So it's 17.
Right.
Difficult roll.
Those of you who aren't involved in this scene, don't worry, we'll be coming over to you shortly. We're not going to do the whole chase, we're just going to resolve this little action and then we're going to go over to what happens next in the tower. So, coming up next would be...
Edward.
that was Marie's go. Did you make some movement?
I'm gonna move a little bit forward, but not too much because
3 squares is a minimum you can move, otherwise your griffin just kind of plummets.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Not good.
Although
Got a
bear in
daring
mind
plan.
it's 3-dimensional, so you can kind of drop a level to take one of your movement as well.
Could I actually? This is a weird one. I'm gonna ask. The movement on the Griffins is quite a lot, isn't it?
Yes, it's 14 is the maximum.
It's 14. So, have you basically used my action to cast a spell? But could I use my movement to basically to run interference to try and fly between Celeste and Duval.
You can give me a dexterity riding test, please.
God, you're really funny, Brian, because like my dexterity is rubbish. Oh no, it's not that bad. Hold on.
I'm still really funny though, right?
10.
Okay, yes, you have. I'll just position you where your griffin will wind up. So you come screeching in this way and try and block Duval. As your griffin comes sliding in, it kind of looks over at the other one and screeches. The other one screeches back. You made your major action and your movement action. Okay, so that's that. Duval's now having to bank away slightly just to avoid being buffeted off his griffin by yours squeezing in beside it. Edward, what are you going to do? Bear in mind Celeste doesn't have long to live. Celeste, by the way, what is your constitution, please?
It is 2.
Your constitution is 2, so just let me put this in, Celeste.
Because I've got a daring idea, but I want to know how much time I have to ensure my own
right.
safety before I try and save her.
Okay. Okay, and we're there. Right, sorry, do go ahead. What's your idea?
How long do I have until she dies? Because this will determine how safe I make this next.
It
move.
would be a bit metagamey, but bear in mind the only thing that's keeping her from plummeting to her death now is the fact that her boot's caught in the stirrups. So,
Right, so what I want to do
you're
is
thinking
I'll
seconds
fly
more
over.
than anything. Mm-hmm.
So I'll fly over to her and I want to jump onto her griffin
Ooh.
and stabilize her. But if I have a little bit longer, I want to tie myself to my own griffin, so if I miss, I don't fall to my death.
Right. Probably not going to have time for all of that. So make a flying roll first. Sorry, a dexterity riding roll.
Very daring. Ooh.
It is very daring, isn't it? Dashing, one might almost say. This isn't going to be the second game where you end up with an elf boyfriend, is it? Right.
I want to get as as close as possible.
You get as close as the griffin can get without them starting to knock each other off the out of the way. You have to bank above her in order to drop down onto the back, and for your griffin's wings not to clip her griffin's wings. So you're also going to drop down onto her griffin. Give me a dexterity jumping test, please, and really, really, really advise you not to fuck this one up.
Yeah. Oh fuck!
You said that while I wasn't looking, and I thought, oh my god, he's failed, hasn't he? And I looked back and I just saw 6 and thought, oh shit, and then realised that was the stunt points. So, you
Can I use
dashing
those
heroic
6 stunt
motherfucker,
points?
what are you going to do?
Just to mention, that's 2 6s I've got, so that's like 2 more for the pool.
Well, it is, isn't it?
It is. But
Fuck's
can
sake.
I use all those? How long would it take for me to, jump down, tie a rope around us both, so we're secured, and also patch her up so she doesn't die?
That would be all of your actions for next round as well.
Would she survive that long?
Probably.
Then yeah, I'll do that.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it, Ben.
So you
Do it,
see,
Ben. I'll...
you see Edward bank his griffin in towards this mess of griffins that are all getting dangerously close. It then streaks upwards and starts to match its speed to Celeste's. You see Edward unhook himself from his saddle, stand up, and jump off his griffin onto the back of Celeste, so it almost knocks her over till he grabs her around the waist just before she goes tumbling to her doom. The griffin you've landed on calls in shock and banks downwards steeply, trying to shake you off because it's startled. Fortunately for you, you manage to slip your feet into position around the griffin and grip on. You've now got 1 foot in one stirrup. You haven't quite managed to get your other foot in the other one yet, but you're holding on to Celeste. Next round, you'll be able to try and stop her from dying to death.
Very, very heroic.
Very heroic indeed. So, I've just realised who doesn't seem to be in the operation, so why isn't she? I'll just roll her initiative.
Oh yeah, Agnes.
Agnes, yep.
Big
So
one.
Agnes has got an 11, so I'll just push her up to here. I'll have her act after Marie, actually, not before. I'm just trying to get it. There it is. So I think it's Amblev. She's escaped, but I do need to see how much of a head start she's managed to get. So let's have another dexterity riding test for Amblev. That's a pass with another 4. It's 21. So it would be, well, technically it would be Celeste next, wouldn't it? So bleed. Amblev and Rowena, you to go.
Did Duval go?
Celeste snuffs it.
That.
Duval is on a 12. I don't think he has gone, has he? No, you're quite right. Okay, so Duval
I
goes.
shouldn't have brought your attention to that because he's just going
No.
to kill me.
He's just going to
But
kill somebody.
you know it.
He might not need to, because all he's after is to try and get you guys to stop chasing his guardian. I can't seem to get Duval to go into the right location. There we go. So Duval is acting next. He's going to... I'm just trying to decide whether he thinks he needs to make another attack or not. Yes, he's going to attack your Griffin with his, or he's going to try. So Duval is going to try and wound your Griffin to startle it, see if it'll throw you. Providing he can make a... Nope, he can't convince the Griffin to
I
attack.
don't. You don't even have to use my puppets of fate. I'm going to pet the Griffin and say, "Nice birdie, bad man won't hurt you."
He tries to bank it in to attack the other Griffin, but these two Griffins know each other. They've grown up with each other at the academy, and it's no way that this one's going to attack. So instead,
I'm going to wag my finger at him as if I'm ticking him off.
you wag your finger, and instead he takes off at high speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay.
Yeah.
Marie, now it's you to go.
Is he still within range of my arcane blast?
I would imagine that's within range. This is only a relatively small thing. Let me just check.
Him right up.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I'm going to say the birdie. Tell you what, let's get the nasty man.
Okay, open fire.
Boom.
That's a... I think that might, you were aiming at him, so let me just have a look. That's a miss. He ducks and it goes shrieking over his head. Do you have a
Don't
minor
hurt
action?
the birdies.
Do you have
Bad
a
man.
minor action you'd like to take?
I have to move the bird, don't I?
At
So
least 3, yes, but one of those can be an up or downward move.
yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and position this Griffin roughly underneath the one that Celeste and Edward are on.
Okay, just give me a second to add a...
So if one of us falls, he can
Downward.
catch us.
I can make an attempt. That's,
There we
you
go.
know.
Okay, so you bank downwards underneath them, looking up, expecting it to rain elves or clerics any minute.
Oh, great.
It's Captain Agnes to go. She's going to go straight after Duval. Yeah. Yep, she can get to him in 1. So she goes streaking off after... Oh, God, it's done it with her now as well. Carry, tokens, grab, and...
Griffin catapults her through the air.
Yeah. Carry below. So she's going to move to there. Still not moving a friggin' Griffin, is it? Ah, there we go. Okay, so she comes streaking in. She's going to try and get her Griffin to attack Duval from above. So she's coming in slightly higher than him. So I'll just put a little upwards bound marker on her, and let's have a riding roll, see if she can get the Griffin to attack. Oh shit, yeah, she can. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the first 5-bar gate. So she manages to get the Griffin to attack, but she also manages to get an attack in of her own. A lightning attack with those points. That's 14. She's hit. As the Griffin shrieks in, she's like lying forward as the Griffin kind of dives towards it. She's leaning over its head as the Griffin's claws strike towards him. She also strikes him with her sword for 11 points of damage. Ooh, shit. Right, okay, so that's 6 get through his armour. He howls in pain, and that's before the Griffin has a go. Griffin's going to attempt to bite him. And the Griffin's bitten him. Crunch. It sinks its teeth into his scalp and tears off what for a second you think it's his head before you realise it's just his helmet.
Ooh,
But
nasty.
it has done 14 more points of damage to him.
Taste your own medicine, you fucker.
Latin!
Okay, so he's in quite a bad way after that. Quite badly wounded. It is now Celeste, you're bleeding out. It's Edward, it's you to go.
I'm
He's
gonna
gonna
heal Celeste.
stabilize her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give me a intelligence healing check, please. Oh dear, that's not enough.
What?
Bollocks.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You are evil!
I know, I am. I can't help myself. Okay, Jenni, he's managed to stop the bleeding on those shoulder wounds you've got. It's not easy because he's trying to do it whilst holding you onto a Griffin, whilst piloting a Griffin, and whilst being generally like awesome. Which you didn't realise this.
He's like, I am the Errol Flynn of elves.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. He's like Solas from the Feywild campaign all over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only without the good looks, charm, and wit.
Wow.
That's nice.
Sorry. Okay, so Jenni, you get 4 hit points back. You're stable but still
Yay.
unconscious. You
Thank
will remain
you.
unconscious till your hit points get into double figures.
And that was a major action?
That was a major action, yes.
And can I just return to the school?
Yes, you can start banking round to turn back towards the school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Celeste, you're still unconscious. Amblev has escaped. Duval is going to try and smack Agnes's Griffin on the nose to try and convince it to
Bonk.
piss off. She's going to hit it with a mace.
Oh, poor Griffin.
13, he's missed, so it swings backwards and the Griffin kind of banks out of the way. Marie, you to go. What would Rowena like to do?
I'm going to try and arcane blast him again.
Okay, go ahead. Shit.
Nice.
Okay, so this time, while he's trying to smack the Griffin out of the way, your arcane blast shrieks out and slams into his back. Go ahead and roll the damage. And you've also got 4 points of stunts. What would you like to do with those? You can use
Try and
those
skirmish
either on combat stunts or spell stunts.
Skirmish him.
I have to say, nobody's commented about how fancy the battle map moving cloud effect is.
I did at the start.
Oh,
Did
you?
yeah? At the
Oh,
start,
sorry, I
yeah.
didn't catch it. Sorry.
It looks
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I think I might use fast casting.
Oh, right. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so roll the damage first, and then you can roll for whatever your next spell's going to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to arcane blast him again.
Okay, go for it.
So I've done 6.
Mm-hmm.
You've done 6 points of damage. That gets a little bit past his armor, so he is wounded from that. He's looking. He's had better days. He's starting to slump a bit in the saddle. And your fast cast was a second arcane blast, was it, or was it something else?
Yeah, it was a second arcane blast.
Okay, so you don't get the stun point for the second one because you can't generate stun points from an action that was itself generated by stun points.
Yep.
But your second arcane blast follows hard on the heels of the other one. So as you guiding the griffin with one hand, you throw an arcane blast at him, and then on the backhand you unleash a second one, which also arcs through the air and slams into him, even as he's reeling from the first. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Rowena's showing off there.
Yeah, that'll not get past his armor.
It kind of dissipates around him, scorches his cape and whatnot. Agnes is going to have a crack at him.
I'll follow the others as they're heading back to the school.
Oh shit, she's stunned it again.
Yeah. Oh my god, she
Okay.
rolled so well.
Yeah, she is going to try and skirmish him. No, she's not. She's not. She's going to try and kill him. So she's going to try for a. Well, she's going to succeed in a mighty blow. So she gets an extra dice of damage on top of this. So that's 7, 9. So she hasn't hit him quite as squarely as she would have liked. Then she's going to on guard. So that's
She should have
4,
skirmished.
3.
There's no way he's going to roll higher than that.
Didn't have enough left to skirmish. She needed 2 points for that. She only had 1 more after she mighty blowed him. Oh shit!
Shame.
That should have been 2 dice, not 1.
Yeah.
So that's another 3. Oh shit! He really is in a bad way. There's blood pouring out of these multiple slash wounds to his back. His griffins, like feathers, now trailing blood that's draining down off him onto the griffin's feathers. So there's this stream of blood drops through the air as he's flying onwards.
Could I ask
Fucking
a
deserves it.
You
question?
can go ahead.
Could she try and grab the other griffin's reins so that she could guide it back?
She could if I'd thought of it sooner. I could have used some of the stunts for that. Yeah. Okay, if the fight's still going for another round, she'll try that next time. She'll try that as a stunt attack. So Celeste doesn't snuff it. I can take that off the thing. You're survived. Edward, you're now off the battle area as you
Yeah,
have...
full action to move.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take the griffin you arrived on off as well, because with nobody riding it, it's going to return home.
I'm blind.
It is Duval to go, and he's in a seriously bad way, so he's going to move full pelt to get the fuck out of here. Duval and he's passed, but only just.
Oh, I thought that would be a fail. Fucking hell.
9 was the target number I set at the start, remember?
Ah, shit. Yeah.
So he has passed, but he's only just kind of passed. So he's off the battle area trying to get away from Agnes. So let me just...
Leave me alone, you crazy old lady.
Yeah, pretty much,
She's nails.
She's pretty hot. Now, you see why the Kingsworn wanted to lead?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is like they see everything as a battle,
Yeah.
and it's not necessarily going to be that everything is a battle, and that's what I was trying to get across to them. If you're going to try and solve everything at the point of a sword, then we'll never end any war.
Yeah.
Yep. Very true.
All right, John Lennon. So it is down to Marie. What would Rowena like? Oh fuck's sake! What are you gonna do?
She's going to turn the birdie back and go home.
Right, you're turning back
Well,
to
go
go
back
home
to
as well.
go back to Starsreach.
Okay, so as the rest of you bank your way back to Starsreach, I will cut back to there because as they're arriving, so's somebody else. So, not long after they left, you see the other Griffin riders make their way back. Let me just... I'm saying this to Balore, who's still treating the wounded at the moment. Also, you hear people running up the corridor towards the thing. So I'm just going to get rid of this.
More fighting to ensue.
Well, it turns out as you're coming in, you can see who it is, and it's Lan Ken and Celeste, who are running up from it. It looks like
Sandreena.
they've... Sorry, Sandreena, rather, yeah. So I'll just remove that. You guys are now all back in, except for Captain Agnes, who's still chasing them on her own.
I think she's gonna.
Do I see the
keep all
bloody
out.
state of the others?
Yeah, they are in a bad way. It looks like Celeste is on death's doorstep, actually.
Right, I shall rush over to her
Okay.
and hold on. I'll be doing the healing hands magic.
Okay.
Brian,
Yes.
I cannot see.
Well, okay. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting anything to respond at the moment, actually.
Yeah.
So let me just.
Oh,
I can
there we
see.
are.
Okay, so that's a start. But what I can't seem to do is move these characters back into the right.
Hmm.
I don't know what fucking layer they're on.
Is it lagging then?
It appears to be that they're on different layers, but I can't tell which one's which because there's so many. Okay, so Celeste, I'm just going to delete those who didn't come back. So that would be these guys. Fuck off. Just go away.
There we have it. First swearies of the night.
I don't
Took
think
a
it was
while.
the first. I'm not convinced it was actually the first.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't remember.
I think I did an impressed swear at
Oh yeah,
at Ben earlier.
I think you did. Yeah. I think you said he was
Okay.
dashing as fuck or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Which has come as a surprise to everybody. Okay,
Yes.
so now I just need to bring Marc's character back onto the board over here, and then we're ready. So, Marc? What are you doing? You've arrived in the where you were told the others would be, which is the Eagle Eyrie or the Griffin Eyrie, just in time to see a bunch of your companions coming back into land that have clearly been somewhere on Griffin back. And we seem to have lost Marc.
Marc, hello.
Oh,
Okay, Lars, you said you were going to be healing people, didn't you? So do you want
Yeah.
to
I'll be right back.
pick somebody to heal, please?
Probably
I'll
Celeste.
do some chirurgy on Celeste.
Okay, so you roll for well, let Lars go first because he's had nothing to do.
alright, so I shall rush over to Celeste, as she appears to be the worst looking for injuries.
Rushing over to Celeste because she's minging. You've seen the state of this one. She looks like somebody set her face on fire and then put it out with a shovel. Okay, so
It's so mean.
I think what Balore meant when he said you're the worst looking was that you look to be in the worst possible condition.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a healing roll on that, please. So that's intelligence healing. Tell me what you got while I'm trying to find this.
Well,
Marc's
I've
character.
used healing touch and I've rolled 13 2 stun points.
Okay, so 13 is a pass. So she is in a bad way. She's bleeding heavily from multiple wounds. You managed.
Right, I was going to say I used 3 magic points. So that's like 3d6.
Well, hold on till I tell you how much you healed naturally first. So it's 5. You've got 5 hit points back on Celeste.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Also, the ride back will have counted as a breather. So everybody that was on the Griffin ride gets 5 plus their level, plus their constitution in hit points back. Then if Celeste's still looking in danger, you might want to consider healing her at that point.
No, I'm up to 20 hit points out of 32 now, so I'm conscious again.
Okay, that's good.
Right, I'll just be right back because I'm trying to get Marc to be alive. Hang on.
I have a
I don't know
sick
what you're
scar.
talking about. I'm not dead.
Well, you missed your bloody turn before. What were you doing?
Somebody paused the movie.
Right.
Okay, so I'll just run you through in the middle of this domestic here. I'll just run you through the.
I'll run him through.
So,
Ah,
Sandreena has returned with Lanken anyway. You've made it back across the embattled university. It took you a while to get here because you had to keep avoiding flying creatures of various types, including some things you think are gargoyles and some things you think are demons. You're not sure what side everything's on. It's fucking chaos out there. What you do know is that none of the enemies have tried to escape through the door. What's the main gates? What's confusing you is, as far as you can tell, the enemy has decided to make a fight of it. But they must know they're massively outnumbered. So the question is, what do they know that you don't? The other thing you've noticed, give me a perception seeing test, please, Marc.
You better not fall asleep whilst you were talking.
that's a
Ooh.
good one.
Nice.
Yes, okay, so what you noticed while you were making your way back across here is a number of mages running with crates of potions. Right. They appear to be under attack by the faculty side, not the Madranist side. So you think the guys that are running around with crates of potions appear to be the enemy. And what it looks like is
Right.
happening is they are distributing healing potions and mana potions, mage potions, to their side. So you think one of the advantages the enemy has, they must be under control or in control of the alchemical labs, because they're currently distributing all the healing and mana potions to their side. So they might be massively outnumbered, but they're able to regenerate their wounds
Right.
and regenerate their mana points.
Just sort that out.
Without controlling the alchemical labs, your side doesn't have that advantage.
The cheating bastard.
Bloody Snape.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how badly injured is Celeste now?
I've got 20 out of 32 hit points, so I'm not too bad.
Okay, so it's up to you, Lars, whether Balore wants to risk some magic points on healing her still further, because she does still look injured.
I'll use 2d6 on her.
Okay, go ahead and make a cast roll and take 2 points off your current magic points.
When I come to consciousness, I'll be like, did we
Oh,
get her?
bloody hell.
Oh,
Shit,
oh
you
well.
failed. But have you though? Oh yeah, you have, because that's puppets of fate. So take the points off anyway, but unfortunately
Right.
all the exploding noises from outside the tower are distracting you too much to get the spell together.
Oh,
Right.
never mind.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Okay, so what would the party like to do now?
I'll do some healing on some chirurgy on Edward and on Celeste. So Edward
Okay.
first.
I'd normally say you can only heal a given set of wounds once, but Celeste actually took multiple wounds in that attack.
Yeah.
So you can make another roll on her, yes.
Mhm.
So you
So
do.
that one.
That one's for Edward, though.
This one's for Edward.
Mhm.
Okay, Ben, you recover 5. Actually, is your chirurgy expert or novice?
My chirurgy is expert.
Right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Edward gets 7 health back.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
We need to get our hands on those potions.
Yeah.
We do.
And again, that one is for
Celeste.
Celeste. Sorry.
Okay, so that's
Thank
3,
you.
4, 5. 5 back.
Yay.
Okay, so I take it you're putting the Griffins back in their stables, Griffin stables.
To be
Yeah.
fair, there's no reason we can't just take them with us.
And I'm going to put mine back in the stable and pet it because it's a nice birdie, and I'm going to get Toadie back.
Get Toadie back, right you are. So let me just find you. And we'll do a drop all. And there you go. I'm just going to take Toadie off the thing entirely rather than have this tiny little animal hopping about after you.
Yep.
We'll assume he's under your hat again.
Mhm.
So every now and then it looks like you get suddenly surprised because your hat will just pop off your head as your toad jumps.
He's a frog. He's just called Toadie.
Okay, so Balore knows where... Sorry, what was the plan?
Well, Sandreena and Lanken had seen the potions
Yes.
being distributed.
Yeah.
So I guess we need to try and get them ourselves, don't we, really?
Okay.
Very
so
true.
You're going to try and retake the thingy,
Yeah.
alchemical.
Oh,
Okay.
shoot.
Yeah, brilliant. Whilst you're doing that, Balore knows the way. He also knows that you couldn't get a griffin inside the alchemical school, but you could fly them over there
That's her.
and then leave them outside. So those of you who want to fly there can. It might get you there without having to risk dashing across all the gardens. Could I also have a military tactics roll from anybody who has it, please? That would be intelligence military tactics.
Do we need it?
This is actually no, you don't.
Could you technically use navigation?
No,
Damn.
But you can use intelligence, yeah?
you can use your
Yeah.
straight intelligence. Your target number for this will be 14.
I failed.
How about
Lars has got
that?
it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Balore's had another idea. Something's been bugging him. Why is the Modranist faction fighting? They've got to know they're outnumbered. Even with the fact that they control the alchemical school and therefore can regenerate hit points and health faster than you can. Sorry, health and
What are they
magic.
waiting for?
What are they waiting
Yeah.
for? In order to hold that indefinitely, they would need help. So how are they summoning?
demons?
How are they summoning reinforcements? And then it suddenly hits you, summoning.
Portals.
You saw demons during this dash across the thing. You think they might also be controlling the evocation chambers.
Oh.
Oh shit. Wait, what's the evocation chambers?
They're chambers designed for summoning otherworld creatures.
Maybe we
Oh, I
need
think
to
we
split
should go
up
there
then.
first. I don't know.
I
Or we could
think-
split.
Those of us who are the strongest should maybe try and go to the evocation chambers, and those of us who
I think-
maybe have already. No, go on.
I think we should arm wrestle to see who's the strongest.
You know what I mean?
I think you're a small enough group that you should probably not. I mean, don't take this as read. You don't have to follow this suggestion, but you're a small enough group, and they will be desperate to hold both those positions. Trying to
Yep.
attack both at once with the strike force you've got is probably not going to pan
Yeah,
out
I
too well.
guess.
Could you fit a griffin in the evocation chambers?
How did
Possibly.
I know he was going to ask that?
Possibly. I mean, bear in
Right.
mind another. Actually, no, because the evocation chambers are. Well, it depends which ones they're using. Bear in mind, you can also send a message to the faculty to see if they can take one or other of these targets out, or you could do one at a time or whatever.
Well, if they're able to get demons, are demons about the size of griffins? Or are they smaller?
It very much depends.
Well, the ones that, because I saw some before fighting the trees, were they about the same size as a griffin?
Those ones
Some
would
could be
be.
the size of small imps, some could be the size of Balore's.
Yeah.
Balrogs, I mean.
Balrogs, yes, could.
Well, if the ones that I saw were the size of a griffin, then you could fit a griffin in there, because they had to come out, obviously, didn't they? Yeah, I think it would probably be good to alert the faculty.
Also,
though.
think about what you might find at each location and which is the thing that you think would be most useful for
A
you to interact
demon would definitely be more powerful than a couple of like supporters. I think.
Yeah, but if they're
see,
holding, what I'm saying is, if they're holding both the evocation chambers, that means they're being able to reinforce, and the alchemical things, that means
Yeah.
your side's running out of hit points and magic, their side's not.
Yeah. I
So
think
you
we
have
need
to
go
decide
for-
which of those is the biggest threat, and also which would be the most advantageous for you to control. Sorry, Lars. go
Yeah, it
on.
would.
So mages can go for the evocation chamber while we take out the potions lab.
Yeah, I think we should go to the potions
And
because
divert the potions to the mages attacking the evocation chamber.
Ooh, good one.
yeah, could do. Good idea. Is there any? If it's alchemical, then wouldn't it not just be healing and magic type potions? It could also
Correct.
be
Grenades, yes.
explosives and other type of potions as
Yes,
well.
I'll just go through some of the things that Balore
good plan,
knows they
yeah.
make here.
How do you develop an explosive potion?
Sorry, say that again?
How do you develop an explosive potion?
You do need the alchemical skill for that. But the
I was thinking about getting
alchemical
that.
school has stores, so there'll be a lot there already. These are the grenade types that Balore knows are manufactured here at the alchemical school. Acid grenades, blast vials, which are very similar to explosive grenades, fire vials, which like you break them and fire bursts out, ice vials, which is what was used on the masters at the meeting when several of them were just frozen in place, lightning vials, which you throw down and it blasts electricity out in all directions, and thunder vials, you break them and there's a massive cacophonous boom and a wave of pressure.
Yeah, I think
Ears will pop.
Yes.
once we can get that, then we can heal and regain magic, pass it on to others, and also have explosives and other such like.
Which would help us kill the demons.
Yeah,
mainly.
exactly. So
That's a good point.
yeah,
That's a very good point.
Okay, so is that your plan? Then you're going for the
well,
alchemical.
Yeah.
that's what I'm voting for.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just moving you all into a tight group so it's easier for me to take you over onto the next.
I'll just have to keep moving to make it difficult for him. Oh, can't get it.
Well, if you don't arrive, then you just sit out the rest of the game. Then.
Oh, you've got us convinced. Okay, fair enough.
Have I? Oh, that's nice. Okay, let me just take you over to the alchemical school you said you were going for. So,
Yes.
excellent.
Yeah.
That's the one I spent the most time designing.
Let's just hope we don't blow ourselves up when we
Yeah.
go there.
It is possibly the best one for you to go for, because if you control it, you can start regenerating all your health potions and so forth.
Exactly.
And okay, so
We've got more.
yes, Marie.
How long is it going to take us to get there?
Dodging all the enemy forces. I don't know, a few minutes maybe.
So the reason I'm asking is so I could use the power in the torque to cast Hands of Fate and Pockets of Fate before I get there.
Yes, you can if you want to. I'll count it as part of the same thing. Yes.
Oh, by
Okay.
the way, Brian, you said that the journey back on the Griffin was counted as a short.
As
Like a
a breather.
breather?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you get any magic points back?
No, magic points require at least an hour. A breather is only 5 minutes.
Right. Okay.
So, Marie, you have cast Hands of Fate successfully. You also have 4 magic stunt points you can spend.
Yeah.
And you have... oh, shit, that's a pen. You have 5 points in the Hands of Fate.
Right, hold on, I'm just going to make a note of that.
Hands of Fate 5.
How much did you say? 5?
5 points in the
5
Hands
in
of Fate.
hands.
And you've got 4 stunt points as well.
So I'm just opening the spell stunts. Hold on. Right.
Definitely need to try and get some magic.
I'm going to increase the spell power by 2.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use the other 2 to reduce
Wait,
the
this is-
magic point.
This is Hands of Fate, mind. Nobody makes
Oh,
save and throw
sorry,
against
that's
Hands
right.
Of Fate, so there's no point in...
Hands of Fate. I'll just reduce the cost with skillful casting.
Right, yes, okay. Okay, so reduce the cost a bit so it doesn't cost you as much. You summon the fates and the fates answer. You've got 5 points in the hands of fate pool. Now you can attempt a puppets of fate. If you
Yeah.
stunt on this one, this is the one where it's handy to have a...
Okay. That's right, yeah. I got them confused in my head.
Yeah. Okay, you stunted on this one, you got 1 stunt point.
Okay.
You also have 1 puppets of fate point, which means once during this encounter, you can force an enemy to make a save and throw, and if they fail it, they have to reroll.
So I'll put that up to, the power will be up to 16.
Okay, so you're putting the power on that one, spell power up to 16, so it's harder for them to pass.
Right.
Nice one.
Can I push my luck?
Yeah.
And cast Manipulate Fate as well?
Yes, you can if you'd like to. You're gonna make me look this one up, aren't you? So Manipulate Fate, I seem to recall, is in the companion book.
I failed.
You failed. Okay, so on the last occasion, Fate goes, stop taking a piss,
Yeah,
and fails
pretty
to
much.
respond. So as you dashing across the, are you flying on the Griffins to get over there, or are you going on foot?
I think it's just worth going on foot.
Okay. You make your way across, taking cover as best you can as there's spells flashing off left, right and centre. You've noticed there's a lot of injured mages being dragged away by other mages on both sides here. You do notice that the enemy seems to keep coming back, so that you can see them drained. They'll disappear for a few moments and they're back in the fight. They've definitely got control of all the mage portions. Whereas the loyalist side have the numbers, but when they're running out of spell points, they're running out of spell points. The air is much clearer than before. Most of the flying creatures are nowhere to be seen, or they're quite a distance off. And the fighting now seems to be resolving around certain parts rather than spread across the entire campus. It's now, because even with the potions, the enemy is still losing a large number of their fighters and they don't have many to lose. They're collapsing back to just the places they really want to hold. So you can hear fighting around the council chamber. So it looks like they've launched a counter-attack against the council. They've launched attacks. Sorry, the council side has launched attacks against the evocation chambers. And when you arrive at the alchemical school, you see that there's a massive battle going on there. There's explosions, parts of walls have come down in places. As you come in, you're on. You arrive from the rampart part around it, which is because it's slightly lower down the mountain than the access route. So you come in not on the ground floor. You come in on the first or second floor. You can see there's blackened mages with bits of hair burned away. They see you, realise that you're on their side and kind of wave you into cover. One of them says, we're struggling just to hold on here. That we really need reinforcements. We've tried to come in through the lower garden twice, but we can't breach that door. We're holding them there, but it's a bit of a stalemate. We've had our counter-attack through the buildings past the laboratories has been thrown back twice. We've lost a man, and the enemy's lost several there, but they're still holding it. If you could, we can hold them here. As he says it, you can see this grenade whistles through the air.
Hit the deck!
You all hit the deck. As you do, you can see one of the other mages who looks up and fires a spell back. As he does, the grenade detonates, and he freezes in place. You can see his hand still outstretched. He just manages to get the shot off, and the guy that hit through the grenade, you hear him go, "Ah!" So he's been hit. The guy you were just talking to is you can see he's been injured, but he hasn't been frozen in place.
Right.
He says, we can hold them here, but we really need somebody to try a third assault on the ground floor, if you feel you're up to it.
I got a quick question.
Go ahead.
This door that they're trying to get through.
Yeah.
Have they like barricaded it, or are they just like holding it with firepower?
The garden door is mage locked shut.
Ah.
What's it made out of? Material-wise.
Well, it's designed to make sure that it doesn't get breached, so it's iron cord and iron bound wood. It's really, really stiff.
So it's iron cord
Cause-
and iron bound wood and it's mage locked.
Yes, yeah.
What about the wall round it? Because
Is
let's just not fucking bother with the door and go through the wall.
3 foot thick of granite.
God
Wait,
damn
so
it.
there's
That's the garden. That's the garden entrance, though. I mean, there's still the entrance past the laboratories. The corridor
Is there any
towards
windows?
the
Is there any windows you can climb up and sneak through?
climb down from here, but no. I mean, yes, but you would just wind up in the same places. That side, which is the part that's the part that's closest to the stores. There are no windows there for a very good reason. Everything there is dangerous, and I don't want anybody climbing in and nicking it. There are
So-
windows on the side where the laboratories are, and you can get to the stores through the lecture hall.
I was
Right.
just thinking. I was asking about the door because I still have a couple arrows, fire arrows.
Yeah, it's
I
not
was just
going to touch
thinking
it.
you just burn down the door.
No, not a chance of touching it.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
So what do we do? Do we go through the lecture hall? Do we attempt to get anywhere near this fucking the super
He said he needs us for a
reinforced?
third assault. Just do that.
So that would be through the lecture halls. Then. I mean, you
Right.
can try the garden if you want. The problem is that they have people at this end of this floor, which means as you cross the lower garden, they can rain shots down on you. You would then have to try and get through this big heavy door, which is designed to withstand siege
I
attacks.
don't think we're getting through that. I think we
Yeah,
need
we're not
to
getting
go
through the door.
the other way.
They've got people across the garden ready to charge it. If you can open it from the inside, they can relieve
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But getting through it's nearly impossible. They've thrown quite a lot at it. Short of using one of the golems, they just couldn't really get through.
Golem.
Well, I guess I need to try one of the golems.
Yeah, that's the problem. The golems are all on the other side
Right.
of those doors. He means. He doesn't mean like they're fighting for the other side. He means the golems are all in the storage area.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously that's where you store them when you're not using them.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess to the lecture hall.
To the
Suicide
lecture hall.
missions. Suicide missions are the best kinds of missions.
Oh, I actually seem
Can
to
I
have
just
put
point
you in
out
there
we're not
already.
we're not a suicide mission. What we are is the forlorn hope, which is
Yes.
even worse
Worse.
than a suicide mission.
Can we position ourselves on this map to how we want to stand?
Yes.
If you know what I mean. I'm English.
Yeah.
'Cause I want to be near the front. And I'm sure some of the
Well,
majors don't.
I've put you on the map there, so organise yourselves as you will. All right.
I'm going to be next to Sandreena.
So as you come in, you can see little lines of blue there that seem to be blocking sight, but shouldn't be. So I'm just gonna go and
windows,
see
I
why
guess.
the windows are blocking sight. Give me a second.
There's blood on the floor. Gross.
There's a dead guy that we're standing on as well. He's quite big.
Right, there's literally no reason why those windows should be doing that, so I'm just going to delete them, which would solve the problem.
Destroy the windows.
Would I maybe have had a chance to do some basic healing on somebody, like bandaging them up or something?
Yeah, you can do that before you storm if you want.
Because I think Edward,
Yeah, I'm 9 hit points down.
yeah, I can't do it on myself, so I'll try and bandage him
I
up.
can try. Can I try and bandage her while she bandages me?
No, because our wounds have already been dressed on 3
Yeah.
separate occasions, and there were 3 separate wounds. So until she gets
okay.
injured again, she can't be healed non-magically.
Right, I'm gonna
anymore.
punch her in the face.
Oh, thanks.
And then heal that, right? Okay. There you go. You should be able to see the windows now. So as you're coming down the corridor, on your left, there are windows. On the right, you're seeing a door which is slightly ajar. Not only is there not only is the blood there, but there's actually a dead body. You can't see at the moment because all your
See him there.
tokens are on top of each other, on top of it.
Check
So,
to see
you
if
were
he's
making
got
a
any-
healing roll against Edward. Go ahead and make it, please.
Yeah, check the body to see if there's any potions on him. What am I rolling for that? 'Cause I don't know.
Intelligence, healing. So, who's going to search the body?
There you go.
I will.
Okay.
Oh,
Lars, do you find a
good roll.
single mage potion on the dead mage in the corridor?
Yay!
So if you were
don't
to
forget,
take
you guys actually have them.
if you were to take that, it would be 1 plus your it would be 1d6 plus your intelligence back in magic points if you drink it.
Did you
I'll
guys
do that
drink
now.
the...
Okay, go ahead. What was that?
1d6 plus intelligence.
Plus your
you say?
intelligence, yes. What was that, Ben? What were you just saying?
I was saying, we got 2 potions from the faculty earlier. Did you guys use them already?
Yeah, I had a healing one from a while ago.
No, they were mana potions. I'm
Oh, were
pretty
they?
sure they were mana potions.
Oh, bloody hell.
Because I'm down
4
to 4.
points back.
4 points
Oh, well.
back. Yeah.
Better than now. I'm at 4 points.
Jesus.
And we do, and someone has the font still as well, which must be running dry at this point.
I have, and it is low. It's got 6 points left, which is enough for a Puppets of Fate for me.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So as you're coming down that corridor, is that where you all are in relation to one another? Yes.
Yeah. Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
How many hit points did I get back with Jenny's roll?
Got 5 stunts.
Right. Okay. So 7 plus Jenny. You've got 5 stunt points you can use. Now, as a house rule, what I've always said is if you stunt on a healing roll, I'll let you have those stunts as extra healing points.
I only need 2 more to be max.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be like a total of 12 you would do instead of total of 7.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Thank
so
you very much.
Is everybody happy that that's where they are standing?
Yep.
No, I'm going to move here.
Lanken, I think,
cover.
needs to be further forward, but you know, I bet he's not gonna, is he?
No.
Fuck's sake.
Right, you'll come since you're all crowding down one side, you'll come forward a little bit, and I just want to open Lanken's attributes. Okay, so Sandreena, as you advance up behind Edward, you see that there's a mage down the far end who peers round the corner, spots you coming, and chucks something in your general direction.
It's a grenade.
Let me just make an attack roll for him. So that's enemy alchemist 1.
That's why I'm ducking into the windowsill.
Is
Yeah.
Marc alive?
Yeah, I
just
was
heard
going
him
to say,
speaking,
can
so-
I kneel behind my shield?
Yes, you can. I'll allow you to take a defensive position behind your shield. So let's see. Enemy alchemist.
Little fucker.
So I'm just popping my master thing out of the way. Enemy alchemist has a attack with grenades of
1. -1.
well, it's not great. It's +3. So let's have a look.
Holy fuck.
Not great.
Oh
Fuck
shit!
off,
Right.
Brian.
Okay. So he's thrown it. He's managed to increase the range. It was going to fall short, but
Guys?
with 5 stunt points. Oh shit! what's that?
Guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
think you know what I'm going to say here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Do
probably should.
you want me to use my Puppets of Fate now?
Yep.
I think so. Because this is
Right.
could be nasty.
Puppets
Okay.
of Fate, Brian, and he has to be a spell power of 16.
He has to beat a spell power of 16 on his willpower test. Let's have a look. 14, he's failed, so he has to re-roll that attack with a grenade.
Please roll shit. Please roll shit.
Yeah, please fail. Triple ones blows himself up.
He has scored fewer
It's worth.
points than he would have done. It's a 15. He's rolled. Hold on, he can only gain a little bit of extra range there. Let me just check. So it's going to get to about here, I think. So what he does is he throws it and it rolls towards you. As it rolls up to about next to Edward and then
Oh, good.
goes off. So let's see what kind of grenade just detonated, shall we?
Thunder
A
grenade.
puppy's grenade.
Hugs and kisses grenades.
Hugs and kisses.
The
grenade.
holy hand grenade of Antioch.
He's thrown a blast grenade in your general. Oh, wait a minute. No, he hasn't. He's thrown a ice vial at you. So, could I get a... Well, first of all, let's roll the damage. So, each of you, and by each of you I mean if it goes off here, that would be Edward, Sandreena, and whoever that is standing directly behind Sandreena.
Me.
Celeste, right. You guys have all been hit. You all take 10 points of cold damage.
Fuck me.
Is it penetrating?
No, it's not.
Good.
Now, could you give me a Constitution stamina test, please?
I'm gonna die again.
So Sandreena's passed, Celeste has passed, Edward has passed. So none of you have been frozen stiff.
Yay.
However,
That's
this
a good-
does mean that you are now
thing.
in combat, so I'm just going to clear off the... Because we know what happened the last time. It all went a bit shite, so I'll just clear you off. If you
back
could
down.
all roll initiative again, please.
Remember to click, everybody.
Remember to click your thingy so I don't have extra work to do.
Bollocks. Complete utter arse biscuits.
I take it you didn't get a good roll.
No, he got 9.
Not a great roll, has to be said.
Taylor
Okay,
got 6, bless him. Oh no.
so where's Lanken?
I got 6.
You got 6 as well, okay.
Please,
I
somebody
got
heal me yet
10.
again.
I got
You need
10.
healing again already.
Yeah, that's
I was-
okay because I can heal as a minded action.
Phew. Okay.
I can actually
Yeah, you
heal
can.
2 people as a minded action.
You
because
can
of the
actually, yeah.
expert.
Okay, so
Nice.
let's add...
To be fair, I only have 32 hit points. I was at 25.
Only
that took
have
me down to
32.
15.
You did apply your armour, presumably, yes?
I don't have any fucking armor, do I?
Oh, that's a good point.
I need to goddamn well buy some.
Do you know what?
Let's just
It
steal
might be an
some off
idea.
some fallen people.
Edward, you get to go first. What would you like to do?
Well, as you can imagine, I'm not very pleased about someone trying to make me all stiff. So I'm gonna fire back.
So you're going to what? Fire back, did you say, yeah?
Rowena Shadowend,
Oh my god. That's fuck.
250.
Shut up.
What? What?
I don't know. I think that was narrator.
I don't know, but it said
Uh,
Rowena Shadowend 250.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm not that bloody old.
Okay,
I'm quite a young swamp witch, I'll have you know, but it's hard being a swamp witch.
it's hard
Can
paper.
we
isn't it?
assume, or can we say that I had my bow ready because we were going into a
Oh,
dangerous
yeah,
situation?
yeah, you were storming an enemy
So then I'm
position.
going to aim. And I'm going to aim right at his bollocks.
Okay, well, you can't really see his bollocks because I did see he'd like peered round a corner and thrown a grenade. So you can aim, but you're just going to have to aim at what parts of him is shown. So
Aim
the
at
aim
I
gets
guess.
you +1 to hit. The
Yeah.
cover
Ah,
gets him
it
plus-
gets me +3.
I think
Gets me
you missed.
+3.
Ben,
What? What?
Ben,
What?
you said you've got fire arrows. Do they have
I
an
do,
area
but-
effect?
No.
I've already fired a normal arrow. I get +3,
Okay.
Bryan, so that would be a 13.
13, so his defense is normally 12. He's in hard cover. That's 14. That's a miss. You fire the shot down and
no,
it
it's
hits
not.
the bollocks.
No, it's not.
Are you going to spend 1 point from your
I'm
hands
going
of
to
fate?
spend 1 point from Hands of Fate so that Ben actually hits them.
Okay, so that remains 4 points. So you fire the shot down towards him. He ducks back round the corner. You think, ah, shit. And as luck would have it, he just peers out again momentarily to see what you're doing, and the arrow hits him, thunk, right in the chest. Roll the damage.
And my dexterity is higher than his?
I am willing to bet it is. Your dexterity is higher than 2.
It is definitely higher than 2.
Then
He's
yes,
taken
your
8 damage.
He's taken 8 damage. Okay, well that's a lot. He's got no armor, so he takes 8 damage. Okay, so it hits him and he yelps as he dashes backwards. It's Lanken to go next. Lanken sees what's going on and decides to stay in cover. He's going to stay behind you guys over here.
It's a little shit.
And Celeste to go. What would you like to do?
Right, I'm going to use my last magic points to cast Jolt at the stupid fucker, not Lanken.
Right, okay, go ahead and jolt him. 15, so you expend your last magic points, fling a flash of electrical energy down there. It arcs around the corner, he hits. He takes 2 points of penetrating damage, not that he can mitigate it with armor even if it wasn't penetrating, so that's -2 from his hit points. He needs a save. Constitution, stamina, is it?
It is... fuck, I think it's willpower actually. Hang on. It is willpower, yes.
Willpower.
Sorry, successful constitution stamina. Yeah, you were right. I was wrong. I'm a dick.
Ooh, we've got that on record, right? We've recorded that where you said I was right and you were wrong. We've got that. Excellent. I'm going to cut that into a WAV file and just play it at you every time I see you from now on.
Be careful.
Constitution 12. I think that's a fail against your spell power.
Fail.
Okay, so he doesn't get a major action next round. Good choice. Okay. Bzzt, there we go. Marie, it is Rowena to go.
Right. I'm going to use the last 6 points in the necklace to recast Puppets of Fate.
Oh dear. Right, okay. Go ahead. Okay, so target number was 13. You've got 12. That's a fail, but you can use one of your own.
I can. I'm going, and I will use one of my Hand of Fate points.
Okay, that's a good one then, because you've now got 5 points in the Puppets of Fate. That's 5 times you can force an enemy to try and reroll.
5 stunts as well.
And you do have 5 stunt points. What would you like to use those on?
Just make it
Yes.
impossible to fail, to pass the test.
Right. I'm going to use 3 of. No wait. Hold on.
That bloody hiss we had last week's back again.
Yeah, noticed that.
So what are you using the stunts
I'm
for?
going to use 2 to reduce the casting. So I've got 1 left in the font.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
1 point left, and I'm going to use the rest to increase my spell power by 2. So the spell power on puppets this time will be 17.
Okay, so spell power on the puppets is 17. You've got 5 attempts to force the enemy to make a save or reroll.
And between the point and that, and the points that I have left, I can cast puppets again.
Jesus. Right, okay.
But that'll be me. No more points.
Okay, so
After-
that's your major action. Do you have a minor action?
Yes, I'm going to use my minor action to heal Celeste.
Yay!
Oh, I
Does
forgot,
anybody
actually.
else need healing? Because I can do 2.
A little bit.
Okay. I forgot, actually, Lanken was going to try that, but he's obviously gotten distracted.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 13 for Celeste.
Yep, 13 points Celeste gets back as Rowena rapidly
Oh.
patches you up.
What
Nice.
state Sandreena in?
Sandreena. Marc, what state Sandreena in?
I'm not far off full health now.
42 out of 48.
Right, so
Right, in that case, I'll try healer on Edward.
okay.
I'm the same. I'm only 6
Oh,
down
right,
as well,
okay.
so may as well,
Well-
be 7 until I'm a bit more injured.
Right,
I guess.
okay. No worries.
That character doesn't
Right.
seem to have vision enabled. Let me just fix that. There we go. So it's the enemy alchemist who doesn't get a major action this round, so his minor action is going to be to get the hell out of the way, so
He's
you
gonna
can't,
stand right there.
you can't hurt him. He's funnily enough not going to do that. is going to dodge back around the corner so that you can't shoot him. Sandreena, what would you like to do?
Run up and
I will continue advancing
Okay. So,
down the corridor,
for-
but I'm going to go to the opposite wall as I come up to this next.
right, okay. So for a minor action, you can move up to your speed.
You could get up to him, I think.
Well done.
Should be able to. And then you would have your major action.
There.
Yeah, easy.
I would actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you twat him one.
Twat him.
Okay, so you come crashing up the stairs. You like rocket off down the corridor and come round the stairs where you see this rather startled mage leaning against these closed doors with like smoke coming out of the electrical wound he's got. And you lunge for him. Go ahead and make your attack.
I just did.
So you did, Sandreena. 13. Let me just have a look at what it took to hit him.
Search all the bodies as well. for
12,
any
so that's a hit. So go ahead and roll the damage. Okay, so that's 8 points of damage. You run him through. You can feel the point of your sword actually grating on the door behind you. As you pull the blade back out, you can see his eyes have widened in shock and pain. He isn't quite dead, but he's pretty fucking close to it. Balore, what would you like to do? By the way, you do know that that door that's partly open that you're leaning in leads into the laboratory, and you know there is a route there round to the back of the lecture room.
Right.
You also know that the corridor that the others are in leads down to the front entrance of the lecture room.
Right, in that case, I'll just like beckon someone who's still on their 2 feet.
Yeah.
Like on 10.
Yeah.
I'll see you're like, I'll beckon him over and point to the door
Okay.
and say that's another way in.
Right, let's work our way around behind them then.
Yeah.
He still has an action left, technically, so you're wanting him to open the door, or are you doing it?
He can open it.
Okay. Obviously, there's no real reason why I asked that, honest.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Dun, dun, dun.
Balore isn't daft.
That's
Neither's Lankan.
that's
Right,
odd.
Oh,
the
just
option.
dumb half the time.
It's odd. The option to open the door seems to be missing. So, if I just... There we go. There we go. He opens the door and kind of peers in. As he does, something drops past his head and hits the ground and shatters. It's a glass vial. It shatters and sprays stuff within 2 meters. So let's just see who got hit.
God damn it.
It's a nerve agent. You all
Me?
die.
Yeah, you got hit, Lanken got hit, Celeste got hit,
Fuck's
of course.
sake.
And Rowena got hit by this... the shattering glass sprays acid all over you all.
Oh, yay.
So those of you who got hit by the acid vial, give me a dexterity acrobatics test, please.
I don't
Backflip
have
out the way.
If anybody
fair
scores,
don't have acrobatics, so
if anybody scores
Dexterity?
13 or better, yeah, just dexterity will do. If anyone scores 13 or better, then you got out the way and you take a fraction of the damage.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so Lanken is going to try his. Get the fuck out of the way of the deadly acid.
Be surprised if Lanka.
He failed.
yay.
Yeah.
So he rolls forwards and comes up behind that desk over there. He's still going to take some damage, so I'm going to roll the damage that he's going to take first. As the trap goes off, he takes 6 points of damage. And his armour stops 3 of it, but dissolves into the bargain, so only 3 gets through, but he's now wearing rags of armour that have just melted.
But does that destroy your armor as well?
Oh
That's
yes,
harsh.
it does. Okay, so Balore, you take 9 points of damage.
ow!
3d6.
Yes.
Fucking hell.
Marie, your swamp witch, Rowena, she takes. Fucking hell.
Oh, fuck.
16 points of damage.
Great. That's me down to 10 health.
Celeste, you
Fucking hell.
take 6 points of damage.
Jesus.
And I think that's everybody that got caught by the acid grenade, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Okay, so you're all just going to be deafened for a few minutes while Rowena screams.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
what
my
about
God.
Toadie?
Cody's under my hat. No.
Toadie's under your hat. The splash came upwards. Toadie's okay. Toadie avoids
takes
the
3d6
acid
damage.
completely.
Are we all like half naked now because it's melted our clothes?
Yeah, if any of you are wearing armour, the armour you are wearing protects as normal, but you lose. The armour is melted by the acid grenade.
Well,
Could
I
you
don't think any
imagine
of
if you were
us
wearing like plate? You just don't have any armor in it anymore.
Yeah, well, depends how much I rolled, because some of those damage rolls wouldn't be enough to dissolve plate. Okay, Balore, that was your free action, was to talk Long Ken into triggering the trap instead of you. So you have a major and a minor action if you would like to take it.
Right, firstly I'm going to do healing touch. Oh, no, sorry, my mistake.
Yep.
Oh, yes, I will cast healing touch on Rowena,
Okay.
because it looks like she's got the brunt of it.
Yeah, she seems
Yeah.
somehow she seems to have taken the most of it.
Yeah.
So you reach out and touch Rowena, roll the spell casting.
And then your
Cool.
skin starts dissolving.
Okay, that's a pass, and you have healed how many?
3d6.
3d6. Take off the mana and roll a 3d6 to see how many health points Rowena
Hope
gets
this is
back.
a good roll.
This is we're a bit squishy.
Rowena gets 9 hit points
No,
back.
he rolled
health points
d4s. He rolled
back. Oh, you rolled
d4s.
d4s.
Oh,
yeah.
shit, yeah, damn it. Where's
Try
my
again.
bloody glass? Right, okay, here we go.
Oh. Bollocks.
You get 8 hit points back. Now that you're rolling the larger dice, you score less. So Rowena gets 8 health points back.
Okay.
That's Balore's action, so it's Edward to go next. What do you want to do?
I can see the mage from where I am. So does that mean I could shoot him from where I am?
You shouldn't be able to see the mage from where you are.
I can see his little
You
feet.
can just barely see him. Not really, because he's pinned to the. You've got Sandreena in the way around the corner, stabbing him. So no, I would say that's not a shot that you can make.
Well, I was going to investigate this door, but I don't really
Go
want to
for it.
open any doors anymore, so no.
Ah, go on, it'll be fine.
No.
I'll patch up Celeste because she's closest.
Okay, so
I'll
you're gonna
try to.
you start like tipping stuff over Celeste to try and get the acidic
Whiskey.
gloop off. Try and scrape it away. It's still sizzling away. It's burning your dress on our chemical burns. 3 stun points, so I'll give you them as healing points. That's 6, 8. 8 points you get back as
Yay.
well.
And then I'll reload my bow as whatever action's left, and that's me done.
Okay. Just realised Lanken's now become a target of the second of these bad guys as well. So enemy alchemist that's protecting that rule gets to roll its initiative.
Which was shit.
And he did shit. You are quite right. He did. So
I bet he
so
was
it would
asleep,
be-
wasn't he?
Yeah, he thought the acid was gonna keep that
Yeah.
door barricaded. You hear him yelling over his shoulder as well. We've got company. Lanken to go. He's going to try and close that distance before this guy can summon any more help. So he's going to charge from there. Well, he's going to run towards him actually. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When he gets close enough, he'll use a charge action for his next thing. The guy will try and close the door, but he's too slow as Lanken just rockets down towards him, drawing both daggers as he comes down. And as he puts his foot in the door, he stab, slash. Let's see if he hits. And dagger again.
Dagger.
Dagger. Yep. First stab's a miss. Second slash catches the guy across the face. To critical hit, he's going to gets an extra dice of damage anyway. He's going to try and finish him off. So he's going to try with a
Take his eye out.
yeah. He's going to try a thing. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called. Mighty blow. So he gets an extra 3 dice of damage on top of this. So that's 7 and 3 more dice of damage. That's 15 damage to this mage in total. That's that mage seriously in trouble. Minus 15. Bosh. Right, so he's wounded, but he's survived it. Celeste, it's you to go next. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, seeing the amount of acid that got splashed on Rowena, I'm
Yes.
gonna try and patch her up
Mhm.
a bit more.
Yes, you can't. Well, yeah, go on, I'll allow it.
Because I've not done.
Oh,
any-
actually, yeah, because that was a magical heal anyway, so you should still got a. Yeah, go ahead.
It's intelligence, isn't it?
Yes. You're starting to see why multiple attacks down this corridor have been thrown back, though.
10.
10, that's a fail, unless
What do you need?
11.
Okay, I'll use one.
Okay.
I'm running out. I'm running down though because I've now only got two
Two,
hands
yeah.
left.
2
Well-
hand points left, but you've passed that heal. So that's 3 hit points you get back.
Right, that's me up to 21. So 21 out of 28. So I'm okay. I'll be.
I mean, hopefully we can get hold of some more potions on the way.
I
So
might
we
get a
can
new
get some
dress.
acid potions.
If our clothes have been trashed, maybe I'll get a new dress.
Yeah. Okay, it is Rowena to go. What would you like to do?
Okay. Can't really see any bad guys, can I?
From where you are, you can't know.
Does Balore maybe need healing?
I mean, Balar's injured, certainly.
Just right. Is this Balore here in the door? Yeah.
It is, yes.
Yeah. And Lang Ken went into that room as well.
Yes.
Right. Is that us winding our way around the back of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna follow the. You've got a choice because we got Lars can heal, and I can heal. I've got puppets of fate and hands of fate. So are we splitting our force to flank them? Because Sandreena's
be a good
gone up
idea.
the main corridor.
I think that'd be a good idea. Flank.
Well, the corridor is a bit of a bottleneck.
Yeah.
However,
think we
Sandreena's
should-
already at the far end of it. So,
I'll
Could-
follow her down there. When,
Yeah. Try and get her to do a fighting retreat so we can flank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, I'm going to go into this room following
okay.
them.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick near the wall though, so I can dive under one of these tables if I have to.
Okay, move yourself in then.
Okay.
Okay, doesn't seem to have followed. There we go. So you go in, you notice that there's various alchemical setups on the tables as you go in. Fortunately for you, there doesn't seem to be any more booby traps have gone off yet.
Well, I hope Ken will be able to spot any booby traps.
Well, he just kind of took off at the run to try and take out the guy at the door before he got pinned down, so he didn't really have time to stop and look.
Is this the guy at the door here?
This guy here is Lancan. And then beyond him is the guy who's just been stabbed.
Okay, so I've still got a bit of movement left, I
Yeah,
think. So I was going to try and get close enough that I can maybe back up Line Ken.
Okay. Right,
Yeah,
you are. From there you can just about see the guy, yep.
Right, so let's arcane blast him.
Okay, go for it.
That doesn't cost me anything.
No.
Ooh.
Oof.
Oh dear, I take it you got a good result then, did you?
I
Oh yeah,
I
quite
rolled a 16 and 5 stunts. I've just done him 6 damage.
right. What do you want to do with 5 stunts?
Lethal spell. Give me an extra 2d6.
Oh shit! Right, okay. Go
He
ahead.
just explodes in a shower of blood, and Arcane will be.
That's a total of 8. Oh shit! I just rolled 2 6.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Yep.
So I've rolled. That's me a total of 18 damage on him.
Bloody hell.
Okay, so it only remains for me to ask, how would you like to end this guy?
As he raises whatever weapon it is to attack line 10, I'm going to scream "No!" and point at him, and then blast him backwards into a wall.
Right, you are. He goes flying backwards into the chamber beyond, hits the table over there, that you probably can't see from where you are, and slides down it dead. Dunk.
I guess he shouldn't have set that acid off on Rowena.
He probably shouldn't have done, no, should he? Right, okay, so it's the mage that's fighting Sandreena. He'd better make this good. It's probably going to be the last thing he gets to do. So, enemy alchemist. I suppose he could just
Slide off my sword.
yeah. He could either try casting a spell at you, or he could try
Kissing himself?
Run away.
dropping a grenade. It would kill him. It would be a suicidal action. But do you know what? I think he thinks he's got a way that he can get you off. That was probably the
What?
wrong term.
Not that kind of game, Bryan.
He's going to try and jolt. So he thrusts his hand forwards, and this electrical charge comes out of his fingertips and hits Rowena. Not Rowena, sorry, Sandreena.
Sandreena.
So Marc, Sandreena takes 2 points of penetrating damage to begin with. And you will also need to make a Constitution Stamina save and throw. I'm going to boost with those stunt points. I'm going to boost the target number to maximum I can. So that would be that's exploration stunts. That's where the fuck's my stunts? You can tell I don't often roll spell stunts, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I roll a lot of combat stunts, but I very rarely deal with spells. So
You can boost it by up to 3.
up to 3, and it costs
One each.
1 per point. So 3 points, the target number would become 16. So Sandreena's failed, which means her body's still arcing from the electrical blast, and she will not get a major action next round. Ah, shit. This guy's wearing a shocked. Did somebody jolt them?
I did.
Was that last round?
That was the last round, yeah. I think.
Fuck, in that case, she doesn't get to do any of that. Sandreena gets to add those 2 hit points back on, because that never happened.
I
Wait,
jolted him.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. No, because he used his action to duck back into the corner,
That's right, yeah.
if you remember.
So sorry, Sandreena did take that damage and is
Yeah, because he didn't get his major action last round, but
round.
this is now a new
new
round.
round. That's
so,
right,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, Sandreena did take those 2 points of penetrating damage. She is
Oh,
now
well.
stunned. And what am I going to do with the other 3 stunt points? Let me just take a look. I am going to do an extra D6 penetrating damage. 1. You take 1 more point of
Yay.
damage. And you are... That's it. 1 stun point left. I can't do anything with it, so I'm going to use my second reaction to
Die.
run through this door if I can fucking move it. There we go. Run through
Be
this door
jolted.
and lock it behind.
Oh, the fucker.
Okay, so that's enemy alchemist is gone. It's Sandreena to go, but all you can do is a minor action. So do you have a minor action you would like to do?
Movement, I guess. Maybe. Shout
Can I
abuse.
try and stop them locking the door?
You could try. Yeah, you could.
What would I roll for that?
Well, it'll be down to who is the fastest to react. So give me a dexterity acrobatics versus his dexterity acrobatics. So you scored 10, he would have to score higher than that to get the door locked. Let me see. 9. Right, so as he pushes the door, as he scrambles through it and pushes the door, you just about manage to pull yourself over and just put your foot in the door, literally, so that you can't get the door shut. You're in too much pain from the jolt to do anything else, but you've managed to stop him from locking the door. Balore, you to go. What would you like to do?
Right, I'm gonna try to walk over and stand next to Marie.
Okay, you'll be able to do that as a minor action because it's not that far, so just move yourself over there.
Right. I'll say to Lang, what can you see through there?
Nothing I want to see.
Can you describe what you see?
It's fucking huge. It's angry. It's made of stone, and I think it's heading this way.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Bollocks.
That reminds
It's
me,
stone
I now
golem.
get to add a golem to the...
Oh God.
So, golem, hello.
Okay, this is metagaming, but I know how to destroy a golem. There we are.
Do you know how to destroy one in this system, though, which might be very
No,
different?
but I know how to destroy a folkloric one. So it depends
Yeah.
how strictly they stuck to the Jewish folklore on
They
because
didn't.
I have actually read the Golem of Prague.
Yes.
Could look at what its power source
thought
is
you were-
if you can get that.
I
What is...
thought you were going to say, I've actually fought one before. In real life.
No.
Oh, that's handy.
Typical night on the.
So,
going
Balore,
sunlight,
what would you like to
fighting
do?
golems.
Now you know there's a golem on the other side of that door.
I poop my pants.
Okay, that's a free action.
Brian,
Yes.
could I use arcane lore?
Yeah.
I would know how to destroy it.
Yes, go ahead.
Right. Okay, low. There.
I've got.
Okay, 16. So, what you know about golems is that each type of golem has a vulnerability. They're extremely difficult to damage normally because non-magical weapons only do a fraction of the damage. But each has a vulnerability. Stone golems, their vulnerability are vibrations and flash freezing followed by flash thorin. So if you hit them with an ice spell, then a
Yeah.
fire spell, it does multiples
Freeze.
of damage because the
Freeze Thor weathers them.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
Funny enough, years and years ago, when I first started gaming, my grandfather asked if you could do that with these things when he used to play back about 30 odd years ago.
Yeah.
And our house ruled that you could. This was D&D basic.
Right.
So that's always kind of stuck with me. He used to have a lot of very cunning little techniques he used to use. Like, for example, his character carried around flour with him for like a year, real time. And I never understood why. Like, attacked them with an invisible stalker. And his character just slit this flour bag open, threw it in the air. And I should be able to see it now.
Very sneaky. Yeah.
Okay, so, Balore, what would you like to do?
Yes. I'll say to Lang and Rowena, as they're the only two with us. I can freeze your weapons, so you can because like extreme cold can harm a rock golem, especially if somebody follows up with some kind of fire spell.
Lancan says, that would be a fantastic idea if I had any intention of standing around and fighting that fucking thing.
Right?
Give-
We head back.
I
Okay, we'll
have a
head
slightly
back
different tactic in mind. I'm going to run away.
Yes.
Of course.
So, what's
Give
Balore
the golem.
going to do, or are you going to hold your actions?
I'm going to start heading back towards where we came in.
Okay, you can move up to your speed in squares again. Actually, this will be a major action, so you can move double that if you want to.
Right, okay.
And the badly misspelled Alchemist 3, I think, is the one that you just killed, that Rowena just killed.
Alchemist.
Yep, enemy alchemit. It's a bit like an alchemist, except it's handy for taking hot things out of the oven.
Yeah. It's an animated bit.
Yeah. So that would be Edward to go next. What would you like to do?
I know how to kill the golem easily. We're going to give him a mint to make him drink water.
Oh god.
Freeze him solid.
So come on. What would you like to
I'm
do?
going to... A what?
What would you like to do?
I'm going to move down to where Sandreena is.
Right,
I can
you
do
are.
that on a minor. So.
Yep.
And I'm okay. Try and bash the door open, I guess.
Give me a strength might against the strength might of the mage who's trying to hold it together, though.
Will I get any kind of bonus because Sandreena's got a foot jammed in the door?
Not really at this point, because that's not helping you much either.
Well,
10.
not very good.
12. So no,
Oh.
he's managing to hold you off.
Damn mage is stronger than me. Disappointed.
I was going to say I thought a mage wouldn't have much chance, but oh well.
Yeah, well, Edward's a bit weedy. Okay, so that's you done. So it's Langken to go, who, true to his word, is going to back off. But he's actually backing off with his daggers out ready and he's facing the thing. He's still going to back off, though. He ain't stupid.
Yeah, that'll help you against the golem.
He's going to get up here and then he's going to start looking to see if there's anything on these tables that he could throw at it. Oddly enough, there isn't. So he will throw a dagger at it instead and then call it a day. So
Yeah.
dagger with pinpoint accuracy. There we go. Thunk. That's a hit with a 1 point of stunts. So he will. There's nothing much you can do with a single point of stunts. So he's just going to wang this dagger at it. That's 6 points of damage. It would normally be. That just clatters off its stone hide. Clink, clink.
As opposed to daggering his wang.
Quite. Okay, so Celeste, what would Celeste like to do?
Right, well, she's going to be like, so I guess we're not going that way anymore then. She's going to go down.
Well, unfortunately, that door that it's on the other side of is the lecture hall.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's where we need to go.
you need to
There's
get
another way
through
around
the
though,
lecture.
so,
No, there's
you
two
know.
ways into the lecture hall.
Aye, but if it's following us round this way, it'll come down here and we'll be already through here.
Okay,
see what I
worth a
mean?
shot. I do see what you mean.
They're not
So
exactly
you
fast.
think we should try and draw it off?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, yeah, because I don't
Okay.
think golems are very fast either. You know, so I think
So we want me
it's
to find out.
Mm-hmm.
you know. Well, I'm heading down there anyway, and I will then arcane blast that mage that's trying to hold the door.
Okay, go ahead. He's in cover because there's only a crack of the door, just as much as Sandreena's foot can keep it open. So you are at -1 to hit. The defense is 12, so the defense becomes 13.
Yeah, I rolled 12.
That's a miss. so-
No,
No? Okay.
you rolled 13.
One more
That means
point
one
off
of my
the
hands is faint.
Right. So fate intervenes and readjusts your aim slightly and blast him straight through the gap. Roll the damage.
Hopefully this is enough to finish him off. Ah, it's only 3.
And how would you like to finish him off?
Oh, it worked! I will say a quick little prayer, thinking it's Italia rather than anything else. And I will blast him right in his stupid face.
Right, you are. You blast him right in his stupid face and he staggers backwards and collapses dead. Smoking away. Marie, it is Rowena to go. What would she like to do, bearing in mind
Right.
she's now the closest to the golem?
If we're going to try and draw it off, then we probably should try and get its attention. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to arcane blast it and then I'm going to run.
Right, okay, go for it.
Hey, you have been rolling so
Fucking
well with
hell,
Arcane
yeah.
Blast. Fuck.
3, that's 4. Okay,
I've only
so
done 4 points of damage with that.
you've
so
done
I'm just
4 points of damage, which is just going to burst on its hide. But you do have 6 stunt points. What would you like to use those for?
Can I ask a question?
You can.
Disrupt magic.
Yes.
In addition to its normal effects, your spell is so powerful that it may disrupt another magical effect, such as a spell on the target. Roll an immediate test of your intelligence versus the spell power of any one effect of the target. Success removes the effect, doubles on the test, do not generate stunt points.
Magically animated. So
It's magically animated, so can I attempt to disrupt the magic that animates
You
it?
can, but it will be a high
that's
number.
amazing.
It will
Okay, I'm
be
going to try, Brian. We've
Yeah.
got to try.
Go for
Okay.
it, go for it.
Let me just
Worth
check
it.
the spell power of the.
I'm stood here in front of it, trying to work out if I should see who shall not pass or not. Ah,
Well, considering the rolls you've been getting, it's definitely worth a shot. So
the run runs out at some point, so if I don't do
Yeah.
it, the plan still holds. I will fucking run.
yeah.
Okay, so your target number is not quite as high as I expected. It's 15.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what do I roll?
Well, you just read it out.
I know, but my brain's just
You'll have to read
gone.
it out again. It's not
Aye.
as stunt as ever seen
roll
actually used.
an immediate test of your intelligence, power arcana.
Intelligence, power arcana.
Power
Right.
arcana.
Yeah, go for it. Then.
So, when it says power arcana, does that mean I have to have power arcana, or can I use the
Well,
arcana?
you must have power arcana because this is a. Oh no, no, it's not. This is a stunt. Right. Okay, you can still have this work, but you don't get the +2 bonus for having the power arcana you would have had. So it's just
Okay.
intelligence. You've got to beat
Right.
15.
Right.
If you do, you've killed.
You did.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
You've deanimated the golem.
That's
So as it turns
amazing.
towards you, it's
Okay,
like.
guys, you know what is coming. You know what's coming. You shall not pass.
I'm just gonna move it so you can see it. That's what you've just stopped.
Oh, fuck.
Right,
That
in
is
fact, I'm gonna have to stop its
amazing.
animation. So
We didn't even get to see it.
you'll see it in a minute because you'll be passing through the room. I'm just gonna take the animation off it, so it's now just. So you like bellow, "Thou shalt not pass," and slam. The blast hits it. It's like. As it just like leans forward and it staggers for a bit because it was in the middle of a step and it now can't balance. Could you roll a d6 for me, please? Because the complications pool is now up to 10.
Oh shit.
So if thou score, that's okay. It hasn't triggered a complication. That means the pool will continue to expand, and the complications, when they do happen, will be worse.
Yay!
So you've hit the thing, deanimated it completely. Score 1 for the weird swamp witch with a frog under her hat.
She's been on
And
fucking
it
fire.
would be the enemy alchemist who you just blew apart a moment ago. So, probably not going to be doing anything with him. However, there is now a new combatant in the fray, so let's open him up.
New challenger has approached.
That was so good. Oh my
Ready,
God.
player 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just need to find his stats again.
I just,
had them
I can't quite believe I've done that. I mean, I know that regularly my Tekkamel character
does this shit with demons.
I just
Yeah.
one-shotted a golem.
60 hit points, 8 points of armor, only takes half damage from non-magic weapons. And you're like, go fuck yourself. And the golem's like, oh! I appear to be deanimated.
Fucking amazing.
It was pretty damn impressive, wasn't it? Okay, let's see
Don't
how the...
Piss off a swamp witch, evidently.
Well, evidently not. Okay, let's see how the master who summoned it feels about all that, or who animated it. So, for this
I
round,
think he should have a morale test for that.
I don't.
Villain origin story right here. He's going to become a supervillain.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will reorganize these, but it is actually Balore to go. Well, I'll reorganize these while I think about it. So, Lars, what would you like to do?
Did I hear all that altercation
Yes.
with the golem?
Yes, you did.
I just like to mouth agape as if to say, "What the fuck did you just do there?"
Also, I appear to have skipped over Marc, but I'll come back and do you in a second once we've dealt with.
Right, I shall cautiously walk back to Rowena.
Right.
You scared of her now?
Balore the
No,
yo-yo walks back towards. Yeah.
So I should be here.
From there, you can get there and you can get right up to her. I think. What's your speed?
My speed, I think it's just the basic speed.
So that would be 10.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, hold on. My mouse is going berserk.
Yeah, I'm having a bit of an odd.
Yeah, speed 10.
Speed 10. So I'm going to try this again because it did something very fucking weird there.
Oh, it's that fucker.
Okay, you can get right up to her, but you'll only have a minor action left, or you can get to here and still have a major action left. What would you like to do?
I'll walk right up, next to her here.
Right you are. You walk right up to Rowena the Destroyer, and as that's happening, what is Sandreena doing, Marc?
Sleeping from the sounds of it.
Marc, what
Is
would
it standing agape that the tiny swamp witch that can't even take a decent slap just took out a golem?
I know this.
For some reason, he seems to have regained a hit point. I don't know why.
Yeah, the going through the door, basically.
Right you are. You burst through the door. I shall just do an open door. That should open it. There you are. Go ahead. Right, what you're seeing here, let me just explain it.
my.
The wooden part is an upper balcony. Then you see the darker wood, that's a rail. And all the stuff on the far side of that rail is looked down upon by this balcony. Also, the balcony is kind of sloping down towards that, so it's designed for people to stand up here and watch the lecturer below.
So, should we be worried about the golem?
Not right now. It's just standing there, just not moving at all. So you've come through there, you see two dead mages. One is the one that you were fighting a minute ago. The other one is somebody else who's been dead a bit longer. You can see down in the down on the stage bit, there's two more dead mages. There's an inanimate golem, and you can see the bursar is over here by the door. Actually, you can't because it's on the other side of the door. Forget what I said about the bursar.
You can see through the door a little bit. Is it open like a jar?
It's partly open, yeah. Actually, you can see the bursar's peeking around the door to see what's
Could
going
I
on.
actually have made it to him?
What's your speed? And I'll tell you.
12.
Could you charge him by jumping
Right.
down?
You could, but you would have to jump over the balcony to do it, which means you might hurt yourself doing it. Or you might
Could you
not.
not jump on top of the golem and then down?
Yes, actually, you could.
Yeah, use it as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, if you're going to come over the side and come down via the golem, you've got two options. You can make a dexterity acrobatics skill roll with a target number of 13 to avoid hurting yourself, or you can make a strength climbing roll with a target number of 11. Strength climbing. Okay, so you clambered over the side and climbed down the golem and then charged for the bursar, who does the same thing as the last guy and tries to close the door. However, you can get an attack in before he can do it. You can either make one attack and then he closes the door, or you can try a strength might versus his strength might to force the door open.
And then I can shoot him.
Take him alive.
Yeah.
Take him
Strength
alive,
14.
because we can't just kill all the rivals. The mages will want a trial.
Yeah.
Take him alive.
His strength.
I wonder where the masters went that run off.
This is one of the
Haven't seen
masters that
them.
ran off.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
This is the Berserk. Yeah. Okay, so
oh yeah,
you've
the burst.
you've smashed your way through the door. So that's the end of your go, but you've gotten through that door. And I'm going to hit an open doorway, so that'll get rid of those. There we go.
He's had no chance with that one.
That does mean that this alchemist now joins the fray, so let me just open yet another.
You know, if it's too much work for you, you can just not have them fight us.
I could,
You know.
couldn't I? Should I do
Yeah.
that? Should I? Fuck. Okay, so that was Sandreena and Balore, so let's reorganise this descending order. See who gets to go next. Edward, what would you like to do?
Move it to a position where I can shoot him.
Okay, I think you might be able to from there. Let me just have a look. Ah, yes, you can
And
from
on
there.
top of the golem.
Yeah, you could do. You could clamber on top of the golem and shoot him from there. You could shoot him from
If
where
I
you
can
are.
shoot him
You
from here, if
you
I can
I mean,
shoot
if-
him from here, I'll shoot him.
Yeah, you can.
If the golem starts up, then you'd be riding.
I don't
funny
remember
though,
if I had
isn't
my bow loaded before.
I
did. No, yeah, I did.
Right,
Did.
yeah. Yes, okay.
So I'll aim then.
Okay.
Oh well, that's definitely a hit.
16, that's a hit, so you fire a shot and hit the Bursa from there. Go ahead and roll the damage. That's 6 points of
That
damage to the
is-
Bursa.
It's actually 11.
That's 11 points of damage to the Bursa.
Stupid fucker.
Like I say, take him alive.
Yeah.
So you shoot him, the arrow goes straight through his shoulder, he kind of spins partially and yelps as the arrow hits him. It's a splash of blood. Lanken to go.
I want to take you alive, but my arrows don't.
Lanken is going to be back in the fight now that he's seen you take the thing out one go.
Bryan.
Yeah, sorry, Bryan, you put loads of work into that, and I've just done
That's-
this one.
Yeah,
all day I've-
teasing.
All day I've been preparing this encounter. No, it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All night as
6,
well, I didn't
7,
even get to
8,
sleep.
9, 10, 11. 11, 12, 13, 14. Actually, he's going to charge from here. So he sees you battling with the Berser and he charges with both
I'm
daggers.
gonna scream, I want him
Stab.
alive. We
Right,
want him
you
alive.
are! Stab.
I just killed
Slash.
a demon. I just killed a stopped a golem with a single spell. Are any of these people in any position to tell me no?
Okay,
Yes,
so he's
in the
going
name
to
of the Telia.
twat him with that, and that's 8. And he's going to stab him with this, and
We
that's
need to
6.
keep
And he's
them-
going to drop him to his arse as well. So it's 14 damage and a
We need to
knockdown.
keep the mages on side, so we can't just give them a corpse.
Yeah.
Okay, so 14 damage, and he. Hold on, I'll describe it in a second. I'm just going to type that in. Okay, so he runs forward, he slashes him up the arm with one, like the other arm to the one he got
Up
shot
the
in, and then he stabs him in the shoulder. He's like, ah! And then he brings his foot up and boots him in the testicles till he collapses. Right you are, one captive. Bursa Nestor to go next. The Bursa doesn't like being considered a captive. So the Bursa's going to do something about that. He's flat on his back at the moment. He's in quite a bad way. He is going to cast a Blizzard Burst at Lanken and Sandreena. So Blizzard... Oops, daisy, wrong one. Blast. There we go. Bosh. 17. So there's blast of icy energy
Ribbit.
erupts from his hands. He conjures a roaring blizzard of swirling ice and snow in a 5-yard radius centered about 4 yards behind you two.
I'm sorry, Brian, but did you just say the word swirling?
Swirling.
Like Sean Connery, swirling.
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 Yes, swirling.
Yes. Puppet of fate.
Ah, balls. Right, okay. What's the target number? Oh, I've got it written down here. 17.
17.
Okay, and of all the masters, this guy's the weakest, so you might stand a chance here. He's got good willpower, though. Shit, not that good. Okay, let me try this spell again, then. So he got a pass the last time.
Just.
So let's see. Yeah, it was just. This is a hard one to cast, actually. So where are we? Blizzard burst. There we go. Shit.
Does this mean he does the blizzard burst in his own pants?
No, it means he bursts. He fires a blast of what's expected to be icy cold energy, but it's more of a kind of cold waft as it drifts past Sandreena and Lanken and nicely cools the rest of you. You were feeling a bit warm after all that fight. Now you feel a lot better. Let's just see how much mana he's pissed up the wall. Oh God, 20.
Oh, ooh, that's bad.
Aye, it is a bit.
Fuck.
Nice use of puppets of fate there. That cost him.
Yep. Yeah.
So it looks very much like you might have the Berser in the back. So enemy alchemist. This guy over here is already wounded from fighting off the last lot of guys he had to fight off. So he's going to turn and let's see what he can do. Oh no, he'd kill the Berser if he did that. He can't do that. I was going to say lob one of the grenades he's carrying, but if he does that, he's going to kill the Berser. So he's not going to do that. He is going to
Surrender?
We
jolt.
can hope.
Thunderblast. Oh, Thunderblast. Yes, he's going to cast a Thunderblast and try and propel you guys backwards through the door. Cast.
What a dick.
Oh, shit! Right, so he strikes his staff on the ground and it goes dink. Poof. At which point he decides that, like, better part of valor and all that. Oh, gosh. Yeah, he's going to make a run for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. So he gets to about there as he runs for it after his attack failed. Celeste, what would you like to do?
Right. I think it looks like they've got the Berser sorted. Like he doesn't need taking down a little bit more.
It would seem that he could be easily captured now, yes?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna come in here and search these two bodies and hope that there's some potions on them.
Scavenger.
Fuck off, Ryan. Needs must, right?
Okay, oh, needs must I, right? I. You tell yourself that. Which bodies you got there? Okay, so the one on the left with all the blood, there's nothing there to steal. Yeah, nothing there to steal. The one on the right has a couple of hand grenades, a healing potion, and 2 mage potions.
Ooh. Right. Hang on. So 2 grenades.
Do you want to know what
2
kind?
mage potions and 1 healing.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Right, can I do anything else after searching them?
No, you can't actually. It'll be a move in, and then it depends what, because some things are a free action, so it depends what.
It would be getting down onto the golem and then onto the floor.
No, in that case you can't.
Right, okay.
Those grenades you took, one's a fire vial and the other's a lightning vial.
Okay.
So jot them down.
Fire, lightning. And I'm going to give one of the mage potions to Rowena, by the way, once I get down.
When you get down there. Speaking of Rowena, you to go next. What would she like to do?
I'm going to come forward. I'm going to pass the golem. I'm going to run my hand along the golem as I go past it, you know, almost like a talisman.
Yes, aye.
and come in, and I'm going to say to Bursar Nestor, we arrest you in the name of the People's Freedom Volunteers. We will turn you over to your brethren for justice.
Okay, give me a persuade roll, please.
Or
I don't think
intimidate.
I actually have it as a speciality. It's community. Oh, no, I do
Communications,
actually.
yeah. I think you took it at your last level.
Ooh,
Ah,
not
shit, he surrendered.
bad.
Okay, he throws down his staff. Actually, he surrenders his staff to you.
Mm.
I'll look at it and hand it to Balore.
Thank you very much.
As a representative of the mages, he's now your prisoner.
Brilliant.
Okay,
Search
so
him for
I'll
potions.
put a little
Yeah.
flag of surrender.
Yeah. Yeah, we should probably search him for potions. Don't let Lanken do it though, because then Lanken will have a lot of potions.
Yeah.
Potions wise, he's got 2 healing potions, 2 mages potions, and that's it.
Nice.
So it is Sandreena to go. What would you like to do?
Take them into custody.
Right, you seize him, you pull him up to his feet, and start binding his hands behind his back. You check to see what his arcane device is, because you can't cast spells without it, and realise it's the staff he's just handed over to Rowena. So that's you have captured the bursar. He's in your custody. You have also, I think I'm right in saying, let me just check this. You have.
I want Marc roll.
You've captured the objective. You've captured the
Oh, yes.
alchemical school. There's one guy left on the defending team, and he's currently running away. That double door at the end of the corridor is the door to the gardens, the lower gardens. So opening that will allow the other reinforcements to pour
Okay.
in. Not that you need them.
It should have been a bigger fight, but Rowena.
Yeah, exactly. I was kind of over dependent on that golem, really, or rather they were. But you see, this is the problem. They're short of people.
Yeah.
They just don't have many fighters. They're having to rely on a few big creatures. Okay,
Yeah.
so you throw open the doors and signal the other rebellious factions to that it's safe to come in, and you can see mages come swarming in from there. You can now hear them coming down the other corridors. The fighting upstairs is breaking off because they now know they've lost, because you've got the stores. So I'm going to open up this map so you can see it. I'm going to take the dynamic lighting off. You should now see the whole map.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
So you can see the store. This guy surrendered now as well. So yeah, so you can see the stores. You've now got control of them. They're now in your faction's hands, which is going to be one of the major turning points for the battle of Starsreach Academy. Unfortunately, it does appear that Amblev's escaped. You think? I mean, she might not have done, because last you saw of Captain Agnes, she was still going after them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But that's the second victory for your side in the battle of Starsreach Academy, because you now hold both the Griffin Eyrie and the alchemical schools, so you can start distributing healing potions and whatnot between them. So, restore all your hit points and your magic points,
Yay.
because there's enough in the stores here that you can take as many potions as you're going to need to get yourselves back up to full health and full magic points. So as you see the other mages from the faction you're on side with comes pouring in, seizing the Modranist factions, arresting them. People are slapping each other on the back, shaking hands. There's laughter, there's cheering. There's mages like grabbing you and hugging you and patting you on the shoulder, and like you realise that this is going to be a major turning point in the battle, and we'll see if the Modranists can hold their last few positions around the academy next week.
They can't, because next week's when Rab shows up in his van.
That was a reference to our post-apocalyptic game, if anybody was wondering at home. If you haven't watched Pandora's Age, that's a good one to watch as well. It's our post-apocalyptic game. It shares some players with this group and has a slightly different cast, but does share some players with this group. So thank you very much for coming to the game tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Good. We'll pick this up next week then. If you've been watching us at home, thank you very much. We also hope you enjoyed it. Sorry about that repetitive hiss that keeps sneaking into the recordings. We're still trying to figure out where it's coming from, and when we catch it, we'll deal with it. But thanks for joining us. Before you go, though, Jenny has something she'd like to tell you.
Yes, don't forget to follow Gethsemane Games on Twitter, and you'll get updates for all of the games that we're doing. And also check out Bryan's Patreon, which he can talk about.
Yep, okay, my Patreon, you get systemless adventures, you get a lot of maps, including the ones we use in games like this. The quite often you'll get like a full dungeon or building map. Occasionally you will get little battle maps like this has been. This one will be going up along with a Griffin Eerie in the next couple of days. We have just put up a huge multi-part 8-story map of a Archmage's Tower for patrons as well. And if you'd like to become a patron, you can become one for as little as £3 per month, which is what's the price of coffee, right?
Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you next week. Do check out our other shows as well, including Pandora's Age and an entirely different cast for the Tower of Saragossa, which is actually just finished. There are 21 episodes. Do check it out. And we will be back next week. Thank you, and from us, good night.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right.